Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. I am Invincible as the Black Dragon boss at the start. Chapter 1. Dongling City, Transfer Plaza. Su Yong has just completed his job change. Since the game came to reality, the world has entered the era of job change. When everyone is 18 years old, they can change jobs through the job-changing Godstone and get a career panel. Today is the day when Dongling City's job change is open. Su Yong just turned 18, so he came to change jobs. At first I thought I could change my job to a hidden job, but I didn't expect to be just an ordinary fighter. After seeing the results of his job transfer, Su Yong sighed silently. As a traverser, I thought I would come with a cool text template. It seems that I am just thinking too much. Since it is not a special profession, then it can only be developed safely. Thinking of this, Su Yong shook his head, ready to accept the reality. But at this moment, a mechanical sound suddenly sounded in Su Yang's mind. The boss concurrent system is being bound. The binding is successful. Su Yong. This sadness did not last 10 seconds. Awaken the system directly. Awesome, let him see what this system does. Concurrently serving as boss. Could it be that you want me to become a boss in the secret realm? But the problem is that with my small body as a level 1 fighter, I can't even reach the lowest level of the Black Iron secret realm. The system is matching the corresponding boss. Matching successful. Currently serving as the boss, Black Dragon Fortress Black Flame Wings level 99 Black Dragon Athos. Watching the virtual panel in front of you gradually emerge. Several question marks appeared in Su Yang's head. He has heard of this so-called Black Dragon Fortress. Dongling City is the third-level main city, which belongs to the second-level main city Tianling City. This Black Dragon Fortress is a super-famous diamond-level dungeon in the area of Tianling City. Coming up is the level 99 Black Dragon boss. Is this system so awesome? Level 99, that's close to rank 5. But, the most important is, what is the role of being the Black Dragon boss now? Whenever a job changer breaks into this secret realm, the host can choose to take over the boss to fight. The host can enjoy the experience and equipment drop of killing intruders. Concurrent cooling period, 24 hours. After reading the system introduction, Su Yong was stunned. The system says, myself and boss. Able to share experience and share equipment drops. You know, in this era of global digitization, death is no longer really death. The price of death is to drop 10% of the current level, the minimum is level 2. For example, a level 40 professional will drop level 4 after death. A level 5 professional will forcibly drop level 2 upon death. Until the level is cleared, it is not considered a real death. At the same time, it's like the equipment will explode after the monster dies. After the job changer dies, the equipment and props on his body will also be randomly exploded. A high-level secret realm like the Black Dragon Fortress. It is very difficult to do solo. Generally, the guild forms a team to enter the brush book. In this way, if Su Yong can concurrently serve as boss, a wave of group destruction is equivalent to getting rich directly. Whether it is the experience gained or the equipment acquired, it is definitely an extremely considerable wealth. Each refresh time is 24 hours. A secret realm of this level should not necessarily be broken into once for several days. I'm really looking forward to it. A trace of excitement flashed in Su Yang's eyes. Since killing does not result in actual death, so he doesn't have any psychological burden to speak of. I just think about when I can come to serve as a boss to have a good time. At this moment, there was a sudden exclamation from the side. Attracted Su Yang's attention. Ice Mage. Mage. What's more, it's a rare elemental master. Wang Fei just took off. I'm so envious, we don't have a few rare jobs in Dongling City a year, why can't it be me? I have to hurry over to let brother Wang know me, and see if I can let him take me to level up. No wonder the crowd is so excited. It turned out that Wang Fei had changed his job to the rare profession Ice Mage. This Wang Fei is a rich second generation in the class, and his family is very rich. Now he has changed his job to become a mage, or a rare element mage. If you have money, you have resources. There are resources, plus the power of the job-changing profession. The future of Wang Fei is absolutely limitless. Tisk tisk tisk, no wonder so many people went to lick him. However, it is naturally impossible for Soo-young to envy him. Now he only thinks about when someone can challenge Black Dragon Fortress. Once someone challenges, with the huge level difference between yourself and the challenger, you should be able to directly reach the first rank requirement. By the way, if I explode some more equipment, then I will take off directly on the spot. Wang Fei is enjoying the admiration and envy of everyone. Out of the corner of his eyes, he suddenly noticed Soo-young in the corner looking at him, and couldn't help raising his eyebrows slightly. On the side, a dog leg saw Wang Fei's gaze, and said hastily and courteously, "Brother Wang, I just read the results of Soo-young's job change, and he is just an ordinary fighter. It's not even as good as one of your hairs, Brother Wang." Everyone in the class knew that Wang Fei was very upset when he saw Soo-young. The main reason is that Soo-young, as a schoolgirl, has attracted the attention of too many girls. Ignore the dogs beside him. Wang Fei narrowed his triangular eyes slightly. With his chin raised, he walked towards Soo-young. "Come to Soo-young." Wang Fei coughed softly. "Hi, Soo-young. I'll give you a chance to team up with me to upgrade, do you want to?" A newcomer who has just transferred. The main goal is to upgrade. Since occupations such as fighters and knights are too slow to spawn monsters, they are also slow to upgrade. Only Faye is very efficient in spawning monsters due to his super high output, and he is an extremely sought-after boss for leveling up. From Wang Fei's point of view, as an ice mage, it is absolutely impossible for Soo-young to refuse his invitation. Once Soo-young agrees, Wang Fei will go back on his word, find a reason to kick him out, and humiliate him severely. Brother Wang, just as Wang Fei was imagining his own script. The dog on the side poked him cautiously. Wang Fei raised his head. Immediately froze. "I saw no one in front of me. Where is the figure of Soo-young?" Wang Fei's face suddenly collapsed. Dare to. He was simply ignored. On the way home, Soo-young felt that Wang Fei was sick. Team up with him to upgrade. I am not idle. As long as someone challenges the Black Dragon Fortress, he can directly increase the speed of light to the full level before one revolution. Do you still need to slowly brush monsters and upgrade? Moreover, the Ice Mage is awesome. But it's a rare job. It's not a hidden profession. Who knows when he will be the boss in the future? Will you drop some hidden occupation scroll for yourself? When approaching the door, a huge display on the side of the road. Advertisements from different guilds are being played. The C-level guild, Qingshan Pavilion, sincerely invites professionals who have changed their profession to mages to join. Great treatment. The D-level guild, Iron Mountain, is recruiting a large number of warrior professionals. Membership can enjoy massive buff bonus. Let you enjoy the flying efficiency of level brushing. Now is the age of global career change. Such things as guilds naturally came into being. A powerful guild can even surpass a country. For example, Dharma God's Ring, one of the top guilds, is a world-class guild that crosses national boundaries. If you want to join it, the minimum level requirement is also level 60, and this is just the minimum threshold. Of course, apart from this behemoth, the other small guilds naturally had fierce competition. After all, resources such as wild monsters and secret dungeons are very limited. If you want to obtain more resources, you will naturally need more powerful forces to match. Only, as Soo-young, who also served as the level 99 Black Dragon boss. Naturally, I look down on these small guilds. I just don't know when I will be able to serve concurrently once, just to have fun. Hey, wait, you can always wait, Tianling City. 300 kilometers away from the city. Several men and women are preparing for something seriously. They are wearing all kinds of equipment in various colors, and they can be seen as high-end goods at a glance. Among them, everyone wears an epaulette with a bow and arrow pattern on their shoulders. This is the symbol of the A-level guild, Lingshou. At this time, the guild members in the rear were talking in low voices. I'm so nervous, this is a diamond-level secret realm. What are you afraid of? The president will take it with you, and we can just make up some output later. That's what I said, but I don't think it's necessary to fight so hard, right? If the regiment is wiped out, our Lingshu's strength will drop a lot. You don't know that the president is preparing for the 5th rank right now. Then the president of Yu Yun, is about to reach the 5th rank. The boss in the Black Dragon Fortress drops, and there are the necessary materials for the 5th rank. Can you not fight? Yu Yun, same as Ling Shou, both are A-level guilds in Tianling City. Both are A-level guilds, so the competition between the two is naturally quite fierce. After all, the resources of the entire Tianling City are limited. Whoever wins with his fist will occupy more resources. Naturally, it will be easier for the guild to be promoted to S rank in advance. At the entrance to the secret realm, the senior cadres of spirit hunting. They all looked quite tense. After a while, we will enter the secret realm. This is a diamond level secret realm, and most of the monsters are above level 80. Among them, the boss Black Flame Wings Black Dragon Athos has even reached level 99. It can be said that with the current strength of Ling Shou, it is still somewhat difficult to clear this secret realm. Their eyes fell on Lei Shan, the president standing in front of him. As the president of Ling Shou, Lei Shan is currently the highest level person in the entire guild, level 99. As long as you can clear the Black Dragon Fortress and get the materials dropped by the Black Dragon boss, you can complete 5 rounds and break through to level 100. Different from the tense expressions of the senior cadres of Ling Shou, Lei Shan's face was not too nervous, but more of anticipation. This is because, not long ago, Lei Shan paid a huge price. And using many contacts, finally, from an S-level guild, I got the strategy of Black Dragon Fortress. This includes the map in Black Dragon Fortress and monster information. Most importantly, it is the behavior pattern of the Black Dragon boss. For example, when will it attack, and what method will it use to attack? This is extremely valuable information. It is almost impossible to leak out on weekdays. Thinking of this, although Lei Shan felt sorry for his Sumeru precept, he still felt it was worth it. Sumi Ring is a special equipment that Lei Shan dropped when he killed a boss. Among them, 3 pieces of equipment can be stored, including Sumi Ring itself, which can avoid falling upon death. It was through it as an exchange that Lei Shan obtained the strategy of Black Dragon Fortress. With the strategy in hand, Li Shan is 80% sure of passing it. As long as the level is cleared and you complete 5 turns, you will be able to break through level 100. At that time, Lin Yuyun, the president of Yu Yun, how can he be compared with him? Time passed little by little. After getting ready to go, Lei Shan issued an order. Ling Shou officially begins to attack the diamond level secret realm, Black Dragon Fortress. At the same time, Dongling City, watching TV and eating snacks at home. Waiting for someone to challenge Su Yang from Black Dragon Secret Realm. An interface popped up in front of me. It is detected that someone is attacking the secret realm Black Dragon Fortress. Do you want to connect? Coming. Su Yang sat up abruptly. The eyes are excited and hot. There is no hesitation at all, just choose and connect. With a flash of white light, Su Yang felt that his soul seemed to leave his body. In the next second, this feeling of the soul coming out of the body disappeared without a trace. Only, Su Yang lowered his head. I saw that on the ground, a huge dragon claw was resting there casually. This is, myself. Has he become the Black Dragon boss? Su Yang's eyes flashed, and a virtual panel appeared in front of him. Level 99 boss Black Flame Wings Black Dragon Athos larval stage. Blood volume, 5 million. Attributes, power, 3221. Speed, 1102. Spirit, 1321. Talent, Giant Dragon Bloodline. Immune to 80% of physical damage and 80% of magical damage. Destroying Black Flame. Born with an incomparably powerful mastery of the fire element, it can release devastating black flames without consumption, causing tons of magic damage. Dragon Coercion. It can reduce all attributes of any creature below you by 20%. This is the absolute suppression of a dragon. Skill. Giant Dragon Impact. Unleash an extremely powerful impact, causing physical damage of 300% strength attribute. Giant Dragon's Roar. Let out a loud roar, causing the targets within a radius of 300 meters with a mental value lower than yours to fall into forced chaos for 5 seconds. Yanling Jinghuo Prison. Condensed into a hellish prison with extremely powerful black flames, killing all those who dare to resist, causing magic damage of 1000% strength attribute. Su Yang. Do you want so strong. As a level 1 fighter who has just successfully changed his profession. Su Yang's panel looks like this. Attributes: Strength, 12. Speed, 10. Spirit, 10. Among them, 10 attribute points are the standard value of ordinary people. Because he changed his job to become a warrior, his initial value of strength was 2 points higher than the average. For every level up, you will get 10 free attribute points, which can be distributed freely. Normally, a level 99 professional can only have 1 attribute at most, which can break through 1,000. But his current template, both speed and spirit, are directly broken. Strength, even more exaggeratedly, reached more than 3,000 points. Is this the template for boss-level creatures? It's too heaven-defying. However, Su Yang has a doubt. That is, what does the infancy on the panel mean? Could this black dragon continue to grow, so that the level of the secret realm will gradually increase? Forget it, let's not think about it for now. Let's talk about it after getting familiar with the skills. If, on properties, the black dragon Athos is against the sky, then in terms of talents and skills, this level of defying the sky is even more obvious. Please, the giant dragon is already quite rough and thick. Now there is actually a giant dragon bloodline. The double damage reduction of physical and magic damage is 80%. Giant dragon coercion, all attributes of the opponent will drop by 20%. Is this something that humans can do? Oh, by the way, it's a dragon, that's all right. After familiarizing yourself with the panel, Su Yang looked up. Take a look around. This secret realm is called Black Dragon Fortress. Fortresses are naturally indispensable. At this time, Su Yang was lying cross-legged above the fortress. On the side, there are countless little guys. Level 92 Elite Dragon Blood Warrior. Level 95 Elite Kobold Chieftain. Level 98 Elite Dragon Word Priest. As the boss of the entire secret realm, Su Yang found that he could still perceive the psychology of these little guys. Dragon Blood Warrior with a bitter face. 300 Dragon Blood Warriors can only get 1 drop of Lord Athos blood, but it has been diluted too much for me, I want more power. The Kobold Chief standing aside in a daze. Abba 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 abba. The fanatical and excited Dragon Word Priest. Lord Athos's roar contains infinite energy, I must study it carefully, and strive to become the most powerful subordinate of Lord Athos. Su Yang. Raise the Dragon Claw. Gently fly the Kobold Chieftain of Abba Abba. This guy doesn't seem to be very smart, it's just an eyesore here. Dragon Blood Warrior. Lord Athos's power is so terrifying, if I can take 1/10 of a drop of dragon's blood, I can definitely become stronger. Dragon Word Priest. Great Lord Athos, why don't you look down on me? Su Yang's mouth twitched. Just don't look at the psychology of these little guys. Let me go back, you black dragon. Sooner or later, the Elven Queen will shoot your race down from the sky. Bury it in hell. Just when Su Yang was about to quietly wait for the arrival of the adventurer, a burst of arrogant cursing came from behind. Su Yang. Turn the huge dragon head. Su Yang's gaze. He fell to a tall tower behind him. In the prison above the tower, there is actually a ragged clothes, but it is difficult to hide the beautiful face, an elf girl. Wait, what's the situation? Su Yang is still clear about elves. After the game came to reality, many races also came to Blue Star at the same time. Spirits are one of them. Dragon with fairy princess, kind of classic. Su Yang watched the elf girl quietly, but from the perspective of the elf girl on the opposite side. A huge black dragon, the oncoming strong coercion. In the cold golden eyes, vertical pupil stared at him coldly. A little panic flashed across Lilith's beautiful face. The black dragon in front of him has hardly paid any attention to her since he came to her. Why did he suddenly react to her shout today? And why does she always feel that? Today's black dragon. There's a hint of humanity. Buzz buzz. Just when the elf girl Lilith was puzzled, suddenly, there was a strange sound in the entire secret space. This made Lilith's beautiful eyes light up immediately. As a professional, she knew that someone had come to challenge the secret realm. If the other party succeeds in the challenge, then she can finally be rescued. However, in front of the black dragon that brought her endless coercion, Lilith still didn't dare to be too obvious. If it was before, she must be unscrupulous. But today, she always felt that something was wrong. This black dragon was weird. Quote. After glancing at the elf girl, Su-young no longer pays attention to her, but pays attention. Put it on the adventurers who are about to enter the secret space. Massive experience, massive equipment and props. Finally, it's here. The entrance to the secret realm. With the disappearance of the teleportation halo, the figures of the Spirit Hunting Guild appeared. The overall lineup: President, Li Shan, level 99, rank 4, destroy the Thunderbolt. Vice President, Zhao Ming, level 95, rank 4, storm multi-shooter. Vice President, Qian Yuan, level 94, rank 4, healing paladin. Vice President, Li Dan, level 93, rank 4, great shield of light. This lineup can be described as extremely luxurious. Whether it's a meat shield in the front, or remote output, assistants, nurses, there are all of them. In addition, with that hard-won strategy, Lei Shan is 80% sure that he can pass the level successfully. Everyone follow. Warriors, knights, and shields are all integrated at the periphery. Surround output, nurses, and assistants in the middle. Listen to my command, advance slowly. According to the raiders said. In the outpost level of Black Dragon Fortress, most of them are around level 80 monsters. For the spirit hunting people, it does not constitute the slightest threat. Every time you encounter it, you don't even need the warrior knight shield outside to resist. The terrifying output of mages and archers can completely destroy monsters before they get close. In this way, the hunting guild and a group successfully passed the outpost checkpoint. All the way down, did not encounter any difficulties and obstacles. Even, several pieces of gold rank and platinum rank equipment were revealed. These equipments are useless to the guild executives, but they are quite valuable to other members. This strategy is really reliable. My Sumi ring is worth the money. Lei Shan looked at the current progress with satisfaction. Almost 1/10 of it had been completed. Follow the guide, it's not a big problem. At this moment, several guild members at the front of the queue suddenly stopped the pace of advancement, exclaimed. What's that in front? I think its information is, this guy should be an elite monster. I heard everyone's exclamation. Lei Shan frowned, looked forward, and threw an identification technique over. Level 95 Elite Kobold Chieftain. Blood volume, 100,000. Attributes, Strength, 1211. Speed, 823. Spirit, 702. Talent, Glory of the Kobold increase the power of all skills by 10%. Fuzzy state not affected by mental disturbance skills. Skill, Soul Absorption. The Kobold Chieftain flashes behind the target, and uses the axe in his hand to deal a painful blow to the enemy's skycap, causing 80% physical damage of the power attribute. Taunting Doll. The Kobold Chief throws a doll, forcing the opponent to attack the doll. The blood volume of the doll is 70% of the Kobold Chief's. Lei Shan, what's the situation? Kobold Chieftain. Isn't this an elite level monster? A look of shock flashed in his eyes. The shock wasn't because the Kobold Chieftain was too strong, but because this is not where it should appear at all. According to the guide, elite monsters like Kobold Chieftains will only appear when the progress is 60%. Why did it suddenly appear at this outpost level? Is there something wrong with this strategy? Wrong. This goes all the way. The monsters and terrain encountered on the road are all exactly the same. Raiders can never go wrong. So what the hell is going on? Lei Shan thought about it, but couldn't figure it out. But no matter what, it must be killed now. During the few seconds when Lei Shan wondered if the strategy was wrong, the Kobold Chief activated the Soul Absorption skill. The body flickered, and suddenly disappeared in place. This means that in the guild, there is one person selected by it to be smashed to pieces. Humph. Just heard a hum. Vice President, Li Dan, level 93, rank 4, Great Shield of Light. Simultaneously used their own skills, Holy Light Shield Barrier. In an instant, a golden holy light enveloped the entire team. Just heard a loud bang. The Kobold Chief's soul absorption was stopped by the Holy Light Shield Barrier. Storm multiple arrows. Another Vice President, Zhao Ming. Directly pull the diamond-level longbow in his hand, the Call of the Storm. Use your own attack skills. Shua, shua, shua. Several light arrows containing the power of the storm. After falling on the kobold chief, kill him immediately. This is the power of the 4-turn rare occupation. On the Black Dragon Fortress. Su Yong narrowed his eyes slightly. Those huge golden dragon pupils. Through the fog of the secret realm, it landed on the spirit hunters who were fighting. This kobold chieftain is too weak. I feel that in the end, it has to be my big brother. Narrow road. Through this narrow passage, it is almost time to enter the real range of the Black Dragon Fortress. Along the way, apart from the kobold chieftain at the beginning, there have been no accidents. Whether it is the monsters that appear, the terrain, or the shortcuts, they are all exactly the same as in the strategy. This also made Lei Shan's hanging heart slowly relax. The kobold chief must have lost his way, he looks stupid. Lei Shan muttered in his heart. He raised his head and looked at the majestic fortress hidden behind the fog of the secret realm in the distance. According to the strategy, the Black Dragon boss is located on this fortress. Just as Lei Shan was thinking. Beside him, Qian Yuan, one of the vice presidents of Lingshou. Suddenly he turned his head curiously and asked, "President, I heard that this Black Dragon Fortress secret realm seems to have hidden Easter eggs. It seems to say that the boss Black Dragon here often plunders elf girls from the elves. If you can rescue the elf girl, you can gain her favor, and you can also get a pass to the kingdom of elves. You guy, don't you think that women will die all day long?" Lei Shan pouted, rolled his eyes. Qian Yuan. Turn 4 to heal the paladin. Not to mention handsome, because he is a paladin profession. Almost all the equipment on his body exudes a golden light. Whether in the guild or outside, they are quite popular and sought after by women. I didn't expect to come to a secret place and put my mind on it. But, Lei Shan did have an impression. Regarding this hidden Easter egg, it was indeed mentioned in the guide. Just according to the guide, this hidden Easter egg has not appeared for several years. If possible, Lei Shan still didn't want to trigger it himself. All he wanted was to clear the mission step by step, kill the boss, and get the job transfer materials. If the hidden Easter egg is triggered and there is some error that is not recorded in the strategy, it will be bad. Qian Yuan, didn't you just get a new girlfriend the day before yesterday? Is this the idea of an elf girl? Zhao Ming joked with a smile. Along the way, if he didn't encounter any monsters that were too difficult, naturally it wouldn't be his turn to make a move. The longbow named Call of the Storm was behind his back, and he looked at Qian Yuan leisurely and joked. Hey, it's a long time ago, that guy's legs aren't long enough. It's said that the girls of the elves are all very good looking, and their figures are even top of the line. What's going on? Qian Yuan hasn't finished talking yet. Suddenly there was a commotion ahead. There was only a loud noise, and then something smashed in front of everyone. Look at that parabola, it seems to be thrown directly from the distant sky. After regaining his senses, Qian Yuan took the initiative to throw an identification technique. Level 92 Elite Dragon Blood Warrior. Level 94 Elite Dragon Blood Warrior. Level 93 Elite Dragon Blood Warrior. It's actually 5 Elite Dragon Blood Warriors. What's going on? Lei Shan frowned. That worry from earlier struck again. If the first kobold chieftain was an accident, then what the hell is this Dragon Blood Warrior? Forget it. Looking at the roaring Dragon Blood Warrior rushing towards the crowd, Lei Shan didn't think about the reason for the time being. When he raised his hand, there was a flash of thunder. Thunder bombardment. Cause 100% magic damage of spiritual attributes to the target creature, with 40% thunder attribute damage, double the damage to spirit creatures. With a surge of spells, a large number of thunders rushed towards the Dragon Blood Warriors as if they didn't want money. Above the Black Dragon Fortress, Su Yong watched the battle in the distance with interest. The 5-headed Dragon Blood Warriors were thrown out by Su Yong when he moved the dragon's claws just now. After all, a kobold chieftain still has no way to find out the reality of the opponent's strength. With these 5 Dragon Blood Warriors, it can be seen almost. It's just that Su Yong has a question. It looks like, according to your own panel, these guys shouldn't be able to beat themselves, right? But why did he glance at the secret record just now? Before I also served as the Black Dragon boss, this secret realm has been cleared dozens of times. No, definitely not, although Su Yang has just completed the job change. But he is a time traveler. There are countless games played in the previous life. Immediately, there was a guess in his mind. Mechanism. There must be some kind of mechanism in this secret realm. This mechanism can either add a buff to the passerby, or give him a weak debuff. Otherwise, according to the strength shown by these gangsters, do you want to meet your great black flame wings? Doesn't it break when touched? And many more. Su Yang suddenly found out. In the management system of this secret realm, there is actually a record playback. Can you see the previous customs clearance process? Su Yang casually threw a few elite monsters down. I started to watch the replays of the previous few times. So it is. Soon, Su Yang's eyes lit up after watching the replay. There is a tomb in a cave outside the Black Dragon Fortress. This tomb belongs to an unrecorded and unknown dragon-slaying warrior. In the tomb, there is a necklace called Dragon-Slaying Heart. This is a special piece of equipment that cannot be taken out of the secret realm. However, once following the guidance of the secret realm, the job changer can ignore the talent of dragon creatures after wearing it. This means that the original 80% physical and magic double immunity, as well as the attribute reduction aura, are all invalid. No wonder this group of side dishes are more than capable of beheading the noble black dragon. Su Yang's eyes pierced through the fog of the secret realm, and fell on everyone in the Spirit Hunting Guild. Now, they have beheaded the 5 dragon blood warriors just now, and the route they are advancing is towards the cave where the unknown warrior is buried. Good guy. The purpose is so clear. Could it be that they have a strategy in their hands? But on second thought, if you grab it before them, they have no way to get dragon-slaying heart, so they can kill them casually. Right, it must be so. In Su Yang's pair of huge golden dragon pupils, a flash of excitement and anticipation flashed, the huge wings vibrated, and they soared into the sky. The terrifying long way emanates, and the entire secret realm is almost trembling. Those powerful elite monsters crazily prostrate themselves on the ground. Kneel down to Su Yang above the sky. On the trail leading to the nameless cave. Zhao Ming, who was always paying attention to his surroundings, asked cautiously. President, this place is already very close to the Black Dragon Fortress. We have walked here, will it attract its attention? Lei Shan heard the words, although he was shaken in his heart, he finally shook his head. Probably not. According to the strategy, the behavior of the Black Dragon boss is regular. It will not attack until we enter within a 10-kilometer radius of the Black Dragon Fortress. According to the guide, this is called contempt of the giant dragon. But he didn't finish his sentence. The entire secret realm suddenly trembled. Immediately afterwards, a huge shadow fell, and the entire sky of the secret realm seemed to be shrouded in a terrifying dragon power. This moment, it's not just the monsters in the entire secret realm that are crawling and trembling. Even everyone in the Ling Shou felt that powerful sense of oppression and suffocation. Yes, President. That, under this extremely strong coercion. Someone tremblingly pointed to the sky. That black shadow that keeps rising. His teeth were chattering, and his legs were feeling weak. I saw, after the mists of rift, the huge dragon body that symbolizes power and fear. Like a floating mountain range, it casts the shadow of death towards the ground. Those wings flowing with black flames, that dragon's head breathing out dragon's breath, those icy and oppressive golden dragon eyes. Black Dragon Fortress, Level 99 Boss, Wings of Black Flame, Black Dragon, Athos. This moment, only then did everyone know. What is a giant dragon? What is a real dragon power? Under the gaze of that icy golden dragon pupil, almost everyone seemed petrified. Standing in place, not daring to move. Lei Shan is the president. It is already the most powerful existence in the entire guild. He is also level 99. The 4-turn destroying thunderbolt. Powerful, extraordinary, unrivaled. This is his label. But compared to the Black Dragon boss in front of him, he is a fart. He is a job changer. But the opposite Black Dragon. Not just dragons, or the dragon of the boss template. Can this compare? It just stands there. The coercion that Lei Shan felt was no less than that of other people in the guild. But the most important thing is, In the strategy, it is clearly written. As a secret boss, before entering within a 10-kilometer radius of the fortress, Black Dragon Athos will not attack any job changers. Using this rule, you can go to the Tomb of the Unknown Warrior first, and get the special equipment Dragon Slaying Heart in the Secret Realm. After getting the Dragon Slaying Heart, you can ignore the racial characteristics of the dragon, and there will be almost no pressure in fighting. Now, this Black Dragon boss, why not play cards according to common sense? This secret realm has only advanced to less than 1/5. The key item, Dragon Slaying Heart, was not obtained. Boss just appeared on the stage. How can this person be beaten? Or, he was simply tricked by the strategy seller. Is there actually a problem with this strategy? Wrong. Not right either. If there is a problem with the strategy. If this Black Dragon boss really appeared at this time. Who can beat this? Even if it is a professional who has already turned 5. It is extremely difficult to defeat this Black Dragon boss. President, what should we do now? Beside Lei Shan, Zhao Ming, Qian Yuan, and Li Dan, the 3 vice presidents, all asked nervously. Their strength was even worse than that of Lei Shan, and naturally, the sense of coercion from the Black Dragon boss was even heavier. Sao, what else can I do? I can only bite the bullet. Lei Shan took a deep breath and said harshly. After all, he is the president of an A-level guild, so he still has some sweetness. Immediately, the combat command immediately began. Li Dan, you directly activate the strongest defensive enchantment. Mana Recovery Warlock. Give Li Dan back mana with all your strength. Support his defense. Qian Yuan, you just follow Li Dan. I think it will be difficult for Li Dan to resist the attack of the Black Dragon boss. I need your blessing. Assist, put buffs on me and Zhao Ming. Otherwise, our output shouldn't be enough. Keep in shape and don't panic. We should have a chance to win. With Lei Shan's command, although everyone was still flustered, but still immediately performed their duties according to the command. Holy Light Shield Envoy Li Dan was the first to act. He immediately used his 4-turn skill, Holy Light Triple Barrier. Around the entire guild, a triple defensive enchantment emitting golden light fell. The defensive power of this enchantment is extremely astonishing. Even Li Shan, which has astonishing destructive power, needs to be bombarded with all its strength for 5 minutes to break it. However, the consumption of this skill is extremely terrifying. If you only rely on Li Dan's mana reserve, it can only last for 3 minutes. Fortunately, the guild brought 4 blue returning warlocks, and 3 of them were assigned to supply Li Dan to support the barrier. Immediately afterwards, Qian Yuan, who was a healing paladin, stood nervously beside Li Dan and cast Holy Blessing. This is a buff skill, which can increase the effect of the same Holy Light type skill by 30%, making the defensive barrier stronger. After that, it will be up to Lei Shan and Zhao Ming. The 2 are the main outputs of Destroy Thunderbolt and Storm Multi-Shooter respectively. As for the output of the rest, due to the large gap in level and quality, it is directly defaulted to be unable to cause damage to the Black Dragon boss. Element Boost. Swift Technique. Hawkeye. Quote. Auxiliary in the guild. Put buffs on the 2 output thighs one after another. This is the only thing they can do. Do it. After strengthening, Lei Shan gritted his teeth, and directly faced the Black Dragon boss in the sky, and displayed his strongest skills. Perfect level skill Surging Thunder Tide. Epic level skill Thunder Dragon Biting. Epic level skill Thunder Destroyer Pillar. A large number of thunder elements are gathering, and the thunder is roaring crazily. 1 perfect level skill, 2 epic level skills. This is Lei Shan's strength as the leader of the A-level guild. You must know that perfect level skills are extremely rare, let alone epic level skills. Fight it. Zhao Ming also gritted his teeth. Removed Call of the Storm from the back. Perfect grade Storm Elemental Arrow. Epic Hurricane Killing Arrow. Another perfect level skill, an epic level skill. After the attack was launched, everyone stared closely at the blood bar of the Black Dragon boss. If these skills can make the boss lose at least 5% of the blood, then there is still something to play. Come up and give me a big move. Looking at the large number of skills thrown towards him, a trace of helplessness flashed in Su Yang's huge golden dragon eyes. The elite monsters under their command were all dealt with by them. As a result, when I saw myself, I felt like I was crazy. All high-quality skills. It can only be said, the treatment of the boss is so high. But, facing these skill attacks, since the other party hadn't obtained Dragon Slaying Heart, Su-young didn't move it at all. Dragon Pressure. It can reduce all attributes of any creature below you by 20%. This is the absolute suppression of a dragon. Since the spirit hunting, people have entered Su-yang's attack range, this aura has already taken effect, and all attributes have been reduced by 20%. Giant Dragon Bloodline. Immune to 80% of physical damage and 80% of magical damage. 80% of both physical and magical damage is immune. Do you understand what the gold content is? Then, Su-young just watched those skills fall on him. Perfect level skill Surging Thunder Tide, HP minus 1742 points. Epic skill Thunder Dragon Bite, HP minus 3543 points. Epic level skill Thunder Destroyer Pillar, HP minus 5112 points. Perfect grade Storm Elemental Arrow, HP minus 1123 points. Epic Hurricane Killing Arrow, HP minus 3219 points. After the whole round of skills, Su-young deducted more than 15,000 blood in total. Its total health bar is 5 million. It seems, less than 0.3%. Isn't this pure tickle? Quote. It doesn't matter compared to Su-yang's. Everyone in the Lingshan obviously broke the defense directly. Looking at the several damage figures beating on the head of the Black Dragon boss. Among them, the most powerful is the epic level skill Thunderbolt Column from the chairman Lei Shan. This skill can easily instantly kill some weaker dungeon bosses. But now, with several other skills superimposed, it didn't even wear off the bloody skin of the Black Dragon boss. President, this is really a diamond-level secret place. On the edge of Lishan, a trace of bitterness appeared on Zhao Ming's face. The Storm Elemental Arrow and Hurricane Killing Arrow are already his most powerful damaging skills. But these two skills, one caused more than 1,000 points of damage, and the other caused more than 3,000 points of damage. It's outrageous. Gulu. Lei Shan's throat rolled. Looking at the unharmed Black Dragon boss, his heart was bleeding. This is the strategy he got in exchange for Sumi Ring. How the hell is he so unreliable? What the hell is this Black Dragon boss? It is completely different from the description in the guide. Follow the process of the strategy. They should get the secret special equipment first. In this way, the dragon talent of the Black Dragon boss is invalidated and the kill is completed. Now, they didn't even see the shadow of that special equipment, and they were directly blocked by the boss and killed. At this moment, his heart was bleeding. However, the Black Dragon boss didn't give him much time to think. As everyone in the guild let out a panicked exclamation. In the sky, that giant dragon that looks like the shadow of death. Already looting towards them. The huge dragon claw falls. There was a loud bang. Terrifying power from the dragon. The triple barrier of holy light will be crushed almost instantly. Holy light shieldman Li Dan's face suddenly turned pale. It can be said that if it is not for the holy blessing of healing paladin Qian Yuan, even this enchantment can't withstand the blow of the Black Dragon boss. From this we can see how terrifying the strength of this Black Dragon boss is. In the sky, the huge wings on the back spread out. As terrifying as the shadow of death. The curves of the body symbolize the supreme power. All reveal a unique beauty belonging to the dragon. In the cold and majestic golden dragon eyes, there is a trace of humanity. What? This enchantment can actually block one of my claws. Interesting and interesting. Su-young waved the wings on his back. Continue, towards the triple barrier. But this time, he used Dragon Impact. Deals physical damage equal to 300% of strength. Then, just listen to click. The only hope of everyone in the Spirit Hunter. Holy Light triple barrier, just like that, easily shattered. Similarly, their hopes were shattered just like that. It seems that I have lost the idea of resisting. Su-young looked at the ashen-faced people on the ground. It seems a little too easy. But easy is good. It can be crushed, why should it be anxious? Thinking of this, Su-young didn't lift the huge dragon head directly. A mouthful of black flame breathed out. Without the protection of the Holy Light triple barrier, Everyone in the Ling show was directly baptized by a dragon's breath. Naturally, it instantly disappeared. At the same time, Su Yang's body trembled violently. This feeling is even more refreshing than when life is in great harmony. Ding! You killed, level 99 destroy Thunderbolt Thunder Mountain and gained experience plus 198,763. Ding! You killed, level 95 Storm Multi-Shooter Zhao Ming, and gained experience plus 186,123. Ding! You killed, level 94 Healing Paladin Qian Yuan, and gained experience plus 177,633. Ding! You killed, level 93 Great Shield of Light Li Dan, and gained experience plus 162321. Ding! You killed, level 82. Ding! You killed, level 85. With a burst of prompts sounded. Massive experience was poured directly into his body. Su Yang's body suddenly burst into violent brilliance. Accumulated experience gained plus 990,000, level up, LV.1 LV.20. Reach the level limit before the first transfer, please complete the transfer as soon as possible. Due to experience overflow, loss of 40%, current remaining experience reserve, 430,000. Cool, so cool. A wave of destruction. It directly raised Su Yang from level 1 to level 20. And, even if it is due to the upper limit of the level, the experience overflow caused a loss of 40%, but there is still 430,000 experience stored. This means that after Su Yang completes the mission of the first round, the level cap will be opened again, and he can continue to soar. This refreshing feeling made Su Yang's scalp tingle. But, when Su Yang's gaze, when it fell to the ground, the pieces of golden equipment and props. This kind of refreshment is directly super doubled. Others have worked hard to make dungeons and kill monsters, so they can drop something by luck. Now he directly serves as the boss. Destroy the top guilds. A large number of high-quality equipment and props burst out directly. Acquire dropped equipment. Diamond rank weapon long bow Call of the Storm. Diamond tier armor, necklace, wind spirits protection. Diamond rank armor shoes cloud speed boots. Platinum rank weapon staff ceremonial fragment. Platinum rank weapon great sword flame great sword. Platinum level. Golden rank. When seeing the drop list, Su Yang was stunned. It actually dropped 3 pieces of diamond level equipment. What kind of fairy luck is this? One of them is a weapon. If I remember correctly, there was a guy in it. This is the longbow used. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. But this is not over yet. In addition to the drop list of equipment, there is also a drop list of props. Acquire dropped props. Drop item list. Elementary agility potion. After using it, increase the speed attribute by 50 points within 30 minutes. Intermediate strength potion. After using it, increase the strength attribute by 150 points within 90 minutes. One-time skill scroll special grade baptism of fire. One-time skill scroll special grade rock barrier. One-time skill scroll perfect level 1000 wind blade. Special item. Broken unbounded gem. Arrange this row by row. Su Yang couldn't see it anymore. Whether it's potions, skill scrolls, or teleportation scrolls, it can be said to be a dazzling array of everything. Even, it also contains a special item, Broken Unbounded Gem. Broken Unbounded Gem. After being inlaid on a piece of equipment, it can remove the restriction on the use level. Maximum usage limit. Platinum tier. It can actually remove the restrictions on the use of equipment. You should know that almost all equipment has level usage restrictions. For example, the Diamond level Call of the Storm has a clear level requirement, level 81. This means that it can only be used after completing 4 turns, otherwise, it cannot be used. But now, this Broken Unbounded Gem can actually directly eliminate such restrictions. Although it can only eliminate the limitation of platinum level equipment at most, it is enough for Su Yang. You know, he is only level 20 now. Haven't finished a turn yet. But you can use weapons that should be available only after level 61. Isn't that awesome? Awesome. Su Yang glanced roughly. The one I like the most right now is that platinum-ranked flaming giant sword. This huge sword is wrapped in scorching flames, with mysterious lines and enchantments. By injecting magic power, you can perform flame enchanting, so that physical attacks will be accompanied by fire damage. It just so happened that Su Yong changed his job to become a warrior, which matches the characteristics of Fire Greatsword quite well. Ding! Detected that the secret realm intruder has been wiped out. The time for this part-time job is about to end. Countdown, 5 minutes. As the system countdown sounded, Su Yong immediately collected all the things that broke out from the Lingon Guild into his personal space. After the collection is complete, the countdown time ends. With a flash of white light, when he opened his eyes again, Su Yang's soul had returned to his body. It's the first experience of concurrently serving as a boss, full marks. Looking at the dang boots in the personal space, a satisfied smile appeared on Su Yang's face. Opened the personal panel and took a look. Su Yong, occupation 0 turn warrior. Level 20, experience overflow 430,000. Attributes: strength 12, speed 10, spirit 10. Attribute points to be allocated 200. Skill: normal warrior's roar within 5 minutes, increase strength attribute by 5%. Normal warrior rush, launch a shock attack, causing physical damage of 30% of strength attribute plus 30% of speed attribute. Cough cough cough. I have seen the panel of Black Dragon Boss. Look back at your properties panel. This gap doesn't seem to be that big. A total of 200 free attribute points, then add 100 points to strength, and 50 points to each of speed and spirit. According to the traditional way of occupational assignment, adding points for fighters is generally a 3:1 ratio between strength and speed. As for the spiritual attribute, if there is a requirement for equipment or skills, then it will be allocated on demand. It's just that Su Yong is very clear that he has a system in his body. The future development route is definitely different from that of ordinary fighters. If you don't point to spiritual attributes, it is very likely that you will be greatly constrained. For example, many of the skill scrolls released earlier have the lowest spiritual attribute requirements. Soon, finished adding points, the current properties panel becomes attributes: strength 112, speed 60, spirit 60. The role of attribute points. Feedback to yourself immediately. Su Yong can clearly feel the strengthening of physical fitness. Whether it is strength, speed response, or even the 5 senses, they are much stronger than before. Next, go to the job-changing temple first, and take over the job-changing task. After receiving the task, go to the auction house and sell the things you don't need. Use the money from selling things to punch a hole in the fire sword and install the broken unbounded gem. In this way, the job transfer task should be easily passed in seconds. Perfect. After planning, Su Yong hummed a ditty and went out the door. There are hanging, life is so comfortable. It is hundreds of kilometers away from Dongling City. Black Dragon Fortress, exit from the secret realm. With a flash of white light, the figures of the Ling Shou people appeared one after another. It can only be said that the joys and sorrows between people are not connected. When Su Yong proudly brought a whole body of treasures to change jobs, everyone in the Ling Shou looked at each other speechlessly, wanting to cry without tears. You know, those who participated in this secret realm. But they are all the main members of the spirit hunting. The loss of being directly wiped out by the group is extremely heavy. The most basic death penalty. Everyone's level will drop by 10%. Although the level drop will not change the results of the existing job transfer. But the impact is huge. E.g., some equipment can no longer be used due to level requirements. Re-leveling requires countless time and resources. But this is not the most important thing. Every job changer died more or less several times. The basic penalty of level drop is still acceptable. The most unacceptable thing for them is the drop of equipment and props. Because Shu Mi Jia is extremely rare, the price is extremely expensive. In the entire guild, except for the president, Lei Shan, who once had one, no one else had one. In this way, that is to say, everything on them may fall. All members, check your equipment and item drops immediately. After the inspection, report to me, and I will issue a certain amount of compensation to each member from the guild warehouse. It is the responsibility of a big guild. Although, Lei Shan's heart is bleeding now. Teeth are clenched even more. He had never expected such a result before. Not only did he not get the 5th rank materials, but he also directly destroyed the main force of the guild once. Even if the person who sold him the strategy was the boss of the S-level guild, he still had to ask for an explanation this time. Isn't this obviously cheating him? When Lei Shan was in a fit of anger. Suddenly, everyone in the guild was in a commotion. Lei Shan frowned, just about to reprimand him, but only heard someone shout, "Where's the pastor? Where's the pastor?" Vice President Zhao fainted. "Come here." Lei Shan, what's going on? Zhao Ming passed out. Lei Shan turned his eyes and saw Zhao Ming, who was pale, fainted to the ground. While rolling his eyes upwards, his hands and feet twitched. What's even more exaggerated is that 2 tears flowed from the corners of his eyes. What is missing? Is it necessary to exaggerate so much? Lei Shan just wanted to complain about Zhao Ming's psychological quality. However, he suddenly seemed to realize something. Slowly looked at the diamond-level weapon, Call of the Storm, that Zhao Ming should have been carrying behind him. There, empty. This moment, Lei Shan deeply understood why Zhao Ming fainted. This shit is the main weapon dropped. It is also diamond-level equipment. The rarity and value of the weapon, absolutely compared to other parts of the equipment, at least 10 times higher than that, if he remembers correctly. Zhao Ming held Call of the Storm. It was dropped by the boss when clearing a certain diamond-level dungeon. Not only is it extremely rare, but the effects attached to the equipment are also quite powerful. But the most important thing is that it fits perfectly with Zhao Ming's Storm multi-shooter identity. Now that this weapon has fallen, Zhao Ming's combat power must definitely be lowered by a notch. What dog luck? Lei Shan touched the magic ball pinned to his waist with lingering fear. His magic ball is also a diamond rank weapon. If it falls, he will probably be in pain. Wrong. Zhao Ming dropped the weapon. He is already heartbroken to death. After all, he just said it. The loss is mainly compensated by the guild. The corner of Lei Shan's mouth twitched, his legs were a little weak. Such a diamond rank weapon would have to empty out more than half of the guild's warehouse. But it won't work if you don't pay. After all, Zhao Ming is the vice president of the guild, and his combat power cannot be lost. Thinking of this, Lei Shan endured the pain in his heart and kicked Zhao Ming on the ground. Okay, don't just lie down. I'll see if there is a weapon with the same name at the auction house when I get back. If you don't have one, I'll give you another diamond bow. Heard the words, Zhao Ming was still lying on the ground rolling his eyes. Only then did he finally get up, with a mournful face. Thank you, President. Lei Shan gritted his teeth, resisting the desire to beat Zhao Ming violently. Looking at the other 2 vice presidents. Did you drop yours? Li Dan shook his head. I'm lucky, I didn't fall. Qian Yuan. At this time, everyone finally noticed. Qian Yuan, the handsome vice president who always pays attention to appearance management. It was actually barefoot at this time. The upper body is sparkling. All the glory of high-quality equipment. Then the lower body. Bare feet, toes on the ground. It's kind of funny. Only, looking at Qian Yuan's black face, everyone in the guild didn't dare to laugh out loud. I dropped a diamond shoe and a diamond necklace. Qian Yuan took a deep breath and reported his loss. 2 pieces of diamond tier equipment. Although it is not as valuable as a diamond level weapon, but it was also equivalent to stabbing 2 knives in Lei Shan's heart. Okay, let's go back and talk about. After more than 10 minutes, listening to various reports from guild members, Lei Shan couldn't take it anymore. Take out a range transmission scroll directly. He brought the guild members back to the guild location in Tianling City. After the liquidation is completed, I plan to find the boss of the S-level guild. Although he is a big boss, he can't cheat him like this. Isn't this clearly bullying honest people? At the same time, Dongling City, in front of the job transfer temple. Wang Fei, who is full of stars, just came out of the temple. After the transfer was completed, he was directly retained by the person in charge of the transfer. That person is the largest guild in Dongling City, a member of the C-level guild, Qingshan Pavilion. After Wang Fei changed his job to the rare mage profession, Ice Mage, he directly invited Wang Fei. For this invitation, the rest of the people were so envious. You know, the entire Dongling City. There is only a C-level guild like Qingshan Pavilion. The rest are all D-level or E-level guilds. Joining a guild has one of the biggest benefits. That is, you can enjoy various buffs from the guild, such as experience bonuses, attribute bonuses, etc. As a C-level guild, Qingshan Pavilion can provide guild members with 10% experience bonus for killing monsters, 2% bonus to all attributes. Don't look at the low value of these two additions. But after a long period of time, it is enough to open a big gap with others. What's more, Wang Fei himself is still a fast-growing master. Undoubtedly, it is even more powerful, and directly boarded the express train of upgrading. That is why, after the other party invited, Wang Fei did not hesitate. Directly followed the other party to the job-changing temple. With the help of the temple priests, the initiation ceremony was completed. No, just finished the membership ceremony. Wang Fei felt that his attributes had been increased. Although this bonus is not much yet, but he believes, as the level increases, this bonus will bring him considerable help. Brother Wang, you are really going to take off. There are still people from the Green Mountain Pavilion leading the upgrade. I am so envious. It's not just envy, I'm crying with envy. I heard from the boss of Qingshan Pavilion just now that when Brother Wang is ready, I can take him to level 5 within 3 days. Brother Wang, can you take your little brother with you after you reach level 5? As long as you can take your little brother to level 3, it's enough to learn a life skill. Go away, who the hell are you? Just want to team up with my brother Wang. Brother Wang, look at me. Wang Fei's big brother, he is an assistant, he has a lot of milk. Facing the flattery and fawning of the people around, Wang Fei raised his chin. That airy look, like a big cock. At this moment, he suddenly saw a familiar figure. That's Su Yang. What did Su Yang come to the career transfer temple for? Wang Fei stared straight at Su Yang. He still remembers that when he invited Su Yang to form a team, he was directly ignored. Just in time, I joined the Green Mountain Pavilion this time. Wang Fei was about to call Su Yang to stop him. As a result, Su Yang acted as if he hadn't seen him. Directly past Wang Fei and his supporters, and directly entered the job transfer temple. Seeing this, he didn't wait for Wang Fei to speak. The younger brothers beside him immediately started to get angry. Su Yang, why is he an ordinary soldier who has just changed his job and came to the temple to change his job? Could it be that some E-level guild took him in? Thinking too much. Even if it's an E-level guild, the required entry standard is level 10. It's not like our brother Wang, the Qingshan Pavilion, directly opened the back door for him. Ha 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 ha, I guess he doesn't know how to upgrade by himself, and it doesn't matter at home. I plan to ask the temple priest to plan an upgrade route for him. It should be. Su Yang didn't intend to ignore them. But sometimes, some people are like flies. If you don't slap him, he will force Lai Lai to disgust you in front of you. So, Su Yang temporarily stopped the pace of entering the career transfer temple. He looked at Wang Fei and his henchmen. You guys, what did you just say? What about you? What's the matter? Not convinced. If you change your profession and become a magnate, we'll give you a high regard. You're just an ordinary soldier, what are you pretending to be? Laughing at me to death, and pretending to come to the temple to change jobs. Let me ask you, is there a guild that invites you to join? Or do you want to change jobs after reaching the full level? Change job, ha 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 ha, no one else takes him, it takes half a month for him to be promoted to level 5 as a fighter, and he still needs to change job, change a hammer. Our brother Wang just accepted the invitation from the Green Mountain Pavilion, and now he has completed the membership ceremony. Can you compare? Dog owners are in no rush. These dogs are in a hurry. In order to make Wang Fei leave a good impression, thereby increasing the chances of taking them to level up. All caught Su Yang taunting wildly. Let people who don't know see it. I thought they all changed jobs and became some rare jobs. But the fact is, the guy who scolded Su Yang just now for being just an ordinary fighter is also a fighter himself. This is ridiculous. In order to be a qualified licking dog, it's really hard enough to despise yourself together. Facing the speeches of a bunch of dog legs. Although Wang Fei didn't speak, but his brows were raised upwards. Start with the job transfer results. He invited Su Yang to form a team. Try to humiliate it. But after being ignored directly, Wang Fei had a feeling. Su Yang is very good at pretending now. Look at now. The dog legs say a few words about Su Yang casually. He actually stopped and questioned in a dignified way. Is there a mistake? Think now is the time when everyone is equal before changing jobs. I don't know that he is an ordinary soldier, but the most common public occupation. You won't be able to get ahead in the future, so you can only find a trash guild as ordinary cannon fodder. On the other hand, Wang Fei transformed into a noble ice mage. A rare elemental mage class. Whether it is from strength or from future potential, you can instantly kill Su Yang in one street casually. In this way, what the hell is Su Yang bragging about? Think about it. Wang Fei sneered, was about to export ridicule. But suddenly, a beautiful figure appeared not far away, blocking in front of Su Yang. With shawl hair, tall figure, and a pair of jade legs are round and slender, very eye-catching. The person who came was Ji Yu Xueqin, the school belle who was in the same class as Su Yang, Wang Fei and others. She frowned slightly, looked at Wang Fei and said coldly, "You guys, is it necessary to lick Wang Fei like this? Su Yang is our classmate, why is it necessary to ridicule him? With this time, it's more meaningful to go to the novice leveling area to brush a few groups of wild monsters." If someone else stood up to help Su Yang stand out, Wang Fei is sure to humiliate him with him. But the other party was Ji Yu Xueqin, and Wang Fei didn't dare. This is because, after Su Yang left, the job transfer results continued. Ji Yu Xueqin completed her job change at that time. The result of her job change was a hidden profession, Ice Elementalist. Ice Elemental Envoy is the absolute superior of Ice Mage. Judging from the results of the transfer, Wang Fei is far inferior to Ji Yu Xueqin. Moreover, as soon as the result of this job transfer came out, Ji Yu Xueqin directly received an invitation from the B-level guild, Yu Yu, in Tianling City. Yu Yu, a B-level guild, not only crushed the C-level, Green Mountain Pavilion. Even, among the B-level guilds, it is also an extremely powerful guild. This is because of the president of Yu Yu. She is the younger sister of the president of the only second A-level guild in Tianling City, Yu Yun. In this way, Ji Yu Xueqin crushed Wang Fei in all directions. In addition, Wang Fei was originally Ji Yu Xueqin's licking dog. Now being scolded by the goddess. Although there is no sign of the slightest attack. But look at Su Yang's eyes. Became even more upset. Before changing jobs, the whole school knows it. Ji Yu Xueqin has a certain affection for Su Yang. This is also the reason why Wang Fei was unhappy with Su Yang and wanted to humiliate him many times. Now, Ji Yu Xueqin personally stood up to speak for Su Yang. Undoubtedly, Wang Fei felt jealous. However, just when Wang Fei was about to leave in anger, in front of his eyes, a notification popped up suddenly. Su Yang invites you to fight, do you agree? Games come to life. Naturally, it comes with a PvP function. In the urban area, there is a protection mechanism. Combat can be fought if both parties agree. If forcibly attacking a non-consenting party, it will result in a red name. Once you enter the red name state, you will be wanted by the Department of Judgment and will be severely punished. Wang Fei obviously didn't expect it. I had planned to leave. Su Yang actually invited him to fight. Isn't this guy pretending? But the head is really broken. He is an ordinary soldier. Want to challenge yourself an ice mage? Even if they are both level 1, didn't he abuse Su Yang casually? And that's not all. What surprised Wang Fei even more? A few dogs around. At this time, they all showed the same expression as him. This means, Su Yang is not just for him, but to all of them. At the same time, an invitation to battle was issued. Immediately, Wang Fei's expression became funny. After confirming acceptance of Su Yang's battle invitation, looking at Ji Yu Xueqin, with a sarcastic smile on her face, she spread her hands. Ji Yu Xueqin, you saw it too. Su Yang took the initiative to invite us to fight. Now, if you intervene again, it won't make sense, right? Heard the words, Ji Yu Xueqin was taken aback for a moment. Then it turned directly to Su Yang. A trace of doubt and incomprehension flashed in her beautiful eyes. Su Yang, what are you doing? Nothing, I just want to teach those annoying flies a lesson. Su Yang said as if he didn't care, and went straight to Wang Fei's group. Ji Yu Shueqin was about to call Su Yang to stop. But suddenly, on that pretty face, there was a strong shock. Su Yang, this is, what speed? She clearly saw it. Su Yang just took a step. The result was posted on Wang Fei's faces almost immediately. Next second, boom, 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 there were almost continuous voices. Su Yang directly punched one. It hit the dog's legs in the face. The huge force directly sent them flying. This scene instantly overturned Ji Yu Shueqin's cognition. Let her stand there in a daze. It's like turning into a sculpture. Also petrified, and, Wang Fei. What's going on? He hadn't had time to react yet. All the dog legs around me were beaten to the ground. I was directly picked up by Su Yang's neck like a chicken. Bang bang bang. Everyone else is a punch. Only Wang Fei was alone. Received a solid 3 punches. These 3 punches went down, although Su Yang didn't use much strength. But it was enough to beat Wang Fei until his nose was bruised and his face was swollen, and his nose was bleeding. After the beating, he didn't even look at it. He threw Wang Fei out of his hand like a dead dog. Level 20 versus Level 1. It's this kind of crushing. Rubbish. Leave this sentence lightly. I thanked Ji Yu Shueqin, who was shocked to petrification. Without looking back, Su Yang walked into the career transfer temple in a chic way. He still has to accept the job transfer task. What time are you wasting with this bunch of rubbish? Chapter 11. It took a while for Su Yang to enter the temple. Only then did Ji Yu Shueqin finally come to her senses. The small mouth is slightly opened, and the face is full of shock. The strength that Su Yang showed just now is definitely not something that a level 1 fighter can possess. But the problem is, less than half a day has passed since the end of the transfer ceremony. For half a day, it is assumed that Wang Fei spent all of it on the initiation ceremony of joining the Qingshan Pavilion. And Su Yang spends all of it on spawning monsters in the novice area of the wild monsters. At most, he can be raised by about 1 level, right? Can a level 2 fighter have this kind of fighting power? Impossible, absolutely impossible. Could it be that what he awakened was not an ordinary soldier, but some kind of hidden profession with extremely strong early-stage combat power? Not right either. If it is really some kind of hidden profession, it is impossible to hide from the job-changing God Stone. For a moment, Ji Yu Shueqin felt a little messy. She really didn't know why Su Yang possessed such terrifying combat power. Shueqin, what's going on here? Just when Ji Yu Shueqin was in a mess, a lady with big red waves slowly walked out of the temple. Shu Yan, member of Ji Yu Shueqin's neighbor big sister. This time she returned to Dongling City from Tianling City because of some family matters. Coinciding with the job transfer day when the job transfer Godstone is open, I went to the job transfer plaza to have a look. Unexpectedly, I ran into Ji Yu Shueqin, who changed jobs in order to hide her profession, ice elementalist. The two happened to be acquainted, and after Shu Yan threw an olive branch to Ji Yu Shueqin naturally agreed. At this time, Shu Yan has just completed the transmission certificate from the job transfer temple. He intends to take Ji Yu Shueqin directly to Tianling City, where the initiation ceremony will be held in the temple. Unexpectedly, as soon as she walked out of the temple, she saw Ji Yu Shueqin staring at a group of guys lying on the ground howling and rolling in a daze. Good guy. 7 or 8 people, just lying on the square in front of the gate of the job-changing temple. All of them have bruised noses and swollen faces, looking miserable. One of them was the worst, with a nosebleed, and even a few broken teeth. Isn't this the guy who changed his profession and became an ice mage? To be beaten like this. Since Wang Fei's job change turned out to be a rare professional ice mage, Shu Yan also had a little impression of him. However, Shu Yan didn't care too much. Things like PvP couldn't be more normal. As long as no one is killed, everyone will be surprised. Not to mention this Dongling City, even in Tianling City, which is more strictly controlled. If anyone is unhappy with someone, they will do it directly, and they are not used to it at all. Sister Shu Yan. After seeing Shu Yan, Ji Yu Shueqin came back to her senses. But the look of shock on his face has not disappeared. Let's go, the transmission certificate has been completed. Go to Tianling City and complete your membership ceremony first, so that you can enjoy the guild buff bonus. Okay, Ji Yu Xuechen nodded. Just suddenly, cautiously asked. Sister Xu Yan, I want to ask, how many levels does it take for a fighter to be so fast that people can't see clearly? The speed is so fast that people can't see clearly. Although Xu Yan didn't know what Ji Yu Xuechen was doing for asking this question, but still patiently explained to her. You are born with a high spiritual attribute, with a full 18 points. If you mean that you can't see clearly, then the speed must be at least 3 times higher, and it should reach more than 54 points. 54 points, according to the point of gaining 10 free attribute points for every level up. Even if it is all added to the attribute of speed, it needs to be upgraded by at least 6 levels. But Su Yang, as a fighter, will add all attribute points to speed. This is obviously impossible. Doesn't this mean that Su Yang's level is very likely to exceed level 10? For a while, Ji Yu Xuechen's messiness deepened again. In half a day, reach level 10 or above. How did Su Yang do it? Could it be that Su Yang has a background that she doesn't know about? Under the leadership of a certain boss, he rose to level 10 or above in half a day. Let's go. If you don't go, you will miss the opening time of the teleportation array. Because maintaining the teleportation array consumes a lot of energy. Therefore, the teleportation arrays in small cities generally have opening hours. Good. What's wrong with you? Lost your mind? No, nothing. By the way, when I came out of the temple just now, I saw a handsome guy, tisk tisk tisk, he looks so handsome. Did you see it? Quote. Job transfer temple. After entering the career transfer temple. After a while, a lady from the temple walked towards Su Yang. Those who can be selected to work in the temple are all young and beautiful ladies. After seeing Su Yang, the eyes of Miss Shendian lit up. After sighing how handsome he was, he asked very enthusiastically. Student, may I help you? I want to change jobs. Okay, the words are not finished. The lady of the temple suddenly stopped. A pair of big watery eyes stared at Su Yang incredulously. Did you hear me right? This handsome guy is going to change his job. The problem is, he looks years younger than himself. If nothing else, it should be a student who has just completed the awakening ceremony. You can change jobs, you need to reach level 20. What's wrong? What's the problem? Su Yang asked with a smile when he saw the shocked look of the young lady from the temple. No, you come with me. The professionalism of Miss Shrine is quite good. Almost instantly, it was judged that Su Yang must be a second-generation child with a strong background. Otherwise, how could it be possible to reach level 20 in such a short period of time? In this way, the address was immediately changed from classmate to you, which seemed extremely respectful. Soon, under the leadership of the transfer young lady, Su Yang came to the room of the god of job change. After you enter the room, the job-changing idol will automatically detect the level and issue you a job-changing task, and you can complete the job-changing after you complete it. Okay, Su Yang nodded, entered the room of the god of job transfer. Inside the room, a statue of a job-changing god under the shroud of chaos stands here. As soon as Su Yang entered the room, a soft light lit up above the statue. Checking job transfer requirements. Detection level, level 20, meeting the job transfer requirements. Release mission released. Difficulty ranges from 1 star to 5 stars. Complete job transfer tasks of different difficulty, you can get different job transfer rewards. 1-star job transfer task. Kill 10 level 20 normal pig-toothed pig monsters. Professional transfer reward. You can choose one of Charge Warrior and Defense Warrior to change jobs. 2-star transfer task. Kill 20 level 20 ordinary angry monkeys. Professional change reward. You can choose one of the Charge Warrior and Defensive Warrior to change profession, and a normal level 1 turn warrior skill book. Samsung job transfer task. 5-star job transfer task. Kill 100 level 20 common blue wolves, 10 level 20 elite violent wolves, 1 level 20 boss blue wolf king. Professional transfer rewards. Open special transfer route demon warrior, extra 100 exclusive points of spiritual attributes, epic level 1 turn demon warrior special skills. Remarks. The job transfer task cannot be completed in a team, and the gift and trade items cannot be used, and there is no limit to the use of dropped items. After reading the transfer task, Soo-young couldn't help but sigh with emotion. The difficulty of the job transfer task from 1 star to 5 stars has increased geometrically. The most important thing is that you cannot form a team for job transfer tasks. Items that are gifted or traded cannot be used. This means that if you want to get a better job transfer, you can only rely on your own true strength. Can't rely on other people. After all, the unlimited drop items can only be obtained by fighting monsters by yourself. Only in this way, Soo-young directly took the absolute advantage. The rewards obtained by serving as the Black Dragon boss. But they are all dropped items, no limit. Therefore, Soo-young did not hesitate at all. Directly chose to accept the 5-star difficulty transfer task. Once this 5-star transfer task is completed, then you can open special class transfers. Magic Warrior. It can fundamentally change the shortcomings of fighters who lack magic damage. Especially the extra 100 exclusive points of spiritual attributes. It is equivalent to the points that can only be obtained by upgrading to level 10. Coupled with the epic quality first-turn Magic Warrior skills, Soo-young couldn't find any reason to refuse. The 5-star job transfer task has been accepted. Time limit: 72 hours. Mission map released. After the job transfer fails, the job cannot be transferred within 3 months. The task time limit is 72 hours. This doesn't matter to Soo-young at all. When he arrived at the mission location, he casually took 2 sips of the mental potion. Raise the spiritual attribute, and then use the skill scroll to smash it. You know, in Soo-young's personal backpack, there are many gold level and platinum level skill scrolls. Let alone a level 20 boss, even a level 40 or level 60 boss can be instantly killed casually. After accepting the transfer task, Soo-young left the job transfer room. Seeing Soo-young coming out, the lady from the temple enthusiastically asked, "How about it? What kind of difficult job transfer task did you accept?" Our job transfer temple has a dedicated guidance service that can provide guidance and planning for job transfer tasks from 1 star to 3 stars. It's okay, don't bother, I shouldn't need it. Hearing this, the eyes of Miss Shendian lit up, with a little worship in her eyes. You accepted a 4-star job transfer task. For this level of difficulty, only 4 people have accepted it in the past year. You are so young and so powerful. Ha ha ha, it's okay, I'm leaving first, you go to work. Misunderstanding of Miss Temple, Soo-young did not explain. In a year, only 4 people accepted the 4-star job transfer task. It seems that the vast majority of people have only completed job transfers below Samsung. Also, job transfer tasks cannot rely on outsiders. If you can only rely on yourself, the difficulty of Samsung is already quite high, to be honest. After leaving the career transfer temple, Soo-young went to Jubao Pavilion first. After the gamification of the world, countless forces and guilds have emerged. Among them, there is a powerful job changer guild, and naturally there are guilds that specialize in business. In order to gain some status in the era, global business associations jointly formed the X Alliance. With continuous development, the X Alliance has gradually formed a super huge top power. It is comparable to world-class super guilds such as Dharma God Ring and Night Temple. In Dragon Country, the members of the X Alliance are divided into 2 groups, Jubao Pavilion and Tianji Pavilion. Among them, Jubao Pavilion mainly sells items such as equipment, props, and scrolls. Tianji Pavilion, as the name suggests, specializes in selling various intelligence, boss information and the like. Soo-young went to the branch of Jubao Pavilion in Dongling City at this time. As a professional business association, Jubao Pavilion has done quite well in its services. When Soo-young proposed to sell anonymously, the reception staff directly brought it into a special, hidden room. Here, there are no task traders, and the whole process is self-help. No transactions will be recorded and absolutely no entanglement issues will arise. Soon, Soo-young sold all the equipment and props that were not needed in his personal warehouse. As a leading chamber of commerce, the prices of Jubao Pavilion are all real-time prices, which is very conscientious. After the sale, Su Yang directly received more than 60 million Longxia coins into the account. It can only be said that the A-level guild is still too rich. These sold items only accounted for about 1/5 of the dropped items, a total of 60 million. Even due to Call of the Storm, this diamond-level weapon is restricted by the archer profession. Su Yang couldn't use it, so he simply put it on the auction house of Jubao Pavilion. Reserve price 500 million. As for the remaining 2 pieces of diamond rank armor, when I reached my level, I could still use it, so I stayed. After selling something, it's time to buy something. Originally, Su Yang wanted to go to the forging pavilion and ask the equipment master to help punch holes in the flame great sword. Thinking about it later, I felt a bit troublesome, so I simply bought 10 punching stones at Jubao Pavilion. The total price of 3 million is undoubtedly a bit of water for Su Yang now. After purchase, Su Yang directly used the punching stone on Curry's fire sword in the personal warehouse. First punch, failed. Second punch, failed. The third punch. The fourth time, eighth punch, success. The success rate is not high, but it is not low either. You know, the target of this punching stone. Just like broken unbounded gem, the highest platinum level. The level of equipment is higher, reaching the diamond level, or surpassing the diamond level. Then punching stones cannot be used, and holes can only be punched by blacksmiths above the master level. Punching is complete. Su Yang directly inlaid broken unbounded gem on top of fire great sword. With a gentle force enveloped, the broken unbounded gem exudes a magical brilliance. Soon, the attributes of fire great sword will be updated as follows. Platinum level 79th level flame giant sword. Introduce. This is a weapon belonging to a certain flame giant, whose powerful blade has slain countless enemies. The flames of the sword body are as hot as lava, ready to devour the creatures in front of them at any time. Usage restrictions, level restrictions none, attribute restrictions none. Attributes. Strength plus 320. Spirit plus 150. Characteristic. Fire enchantment consume mana, get flame enchantment, attack with 40% power attribute fire damage. Remnant soul of the flame giant consume all the mana to summon a flame giant for 10 minutes. Cooling. 24 hours. It can only be said that it is worthy of platinum equipment. Directly added a full 320 points of strength and 150 points of spirit. Su Yang's original panel looks like this. Attributes. Strength. 112. Speed. 60. Spirit. 60. As a result, after equipping the fire great sword. Attributes. Strength. 442. Speed. 60. Spirit. 210. Grass. Supermodel. This panel. Just look at the strength attribute. They are directly equivalent to more than 40 fighters. Not to mention, there are exaggerated spiritual attributes as high as 210 points. It can only be said that broken unbounded gem is too buggy. Let Su Yang transform directly into a supermodel fighter. Just this panel, even without skill scrolls, I can pass the 5-star job transfer mission casually. After leaving Jubao Pavilion, Su Yang went directly to the transfer center. Display according to the map given by the job-changing statue. The place I want to go to is called Cold Moon Forest. It is located more than 80 kilometers south of Dongling City, in a serious wilderness. If you don't use the teleportation array, you need to cut all the way, which is probably quite tiring. Anyway, I have plenty of money now, and it only costs about 1,000 yuan to send it once, so it doesn't matter at all. Dongling City Transmission Center. As the place with the largest flow of people in Dongling City, it is overcrowded every day. Many people are waiting for the teleportation point to open, and their eyes drift forward from time to time. I saw the front, a lady with big red waves and a hot body. A cool and beautiful young girl like a deer. The combination of two women, no matter where they are, is always so eye-catching. These two people are none other than Xu Yan and Ji Yu Shuechen, who are waiting for the Tianling City teleportation point to open. Hey, small cities are not good, even the teleportation array can be delayed due to fluctuations. Xu Yan put her hands on her chest helplessly and sighed. Originally, the two of them could have teleported away an hour ago. As a result, there was a spatial fluctuation in the teleportation array connecting Tianling City, which caused a long time delay. Quote. Ji Yu Xueqin didn't respond, but was lost in thought. During this hour, the scene in front of the job-changing temple was always replaying in her mind. You know, before the job change, her affection for Su Yang was known to almost the whole school. Even after changing jobs, Su Yang just awakened and became an ordinary professional fighter. As for her, she awakened to become a hidden profession, Ice Elemental Envoy. This good feeling has not disappeared. Of course, she is not the kind of complete love brain, knowing that this good feeling is only suitable for burying in the heart, not for speaking out. After all, the gap between the two will only become bigger and bigger in the future. At that time, even if she doesn't mind, outside interference, Su Yang's own self-esteem, may become obstacles between the two of them. That being the case, it is better to let this kindness turn into a good memory. But now, things are different. Su Yang's performance before the job transfer temple. Ji Yu Xueqin was completely shocked. At the same time, it also made her realize. She never seemed to really get to know Su Yang. Isn't that the handsome guy the first saw in the job transfer temple? Why is he here? Just when Ji Yu Xueqin was in a trance, Xu Yan's words made her body tremble violently. After regaining his senses, he searched the crowd until he saw the figure of Su Yang. Wow, he seems to be going to the teleportation point of Lengyu Jungle. That seems to be the most advanced leveling area below one turn, right? Almost all monsters are above level 15, and there are even a lot of level 20. Tisk tisk tisk, I didn't expect such a young handsome guy to have such strong strength. While talking, Xu Yan suddenly noticed that Ji Yu Xueqin's expression was wrong. Immediately afterwards, she looked at Su Yang, and then at Ji Yu Xueqin, with curiosity on her face. Xueqin, do you know him? He is my classmate. Su Yang's figure is reflected in Ji Yu Xueqin's beautiful eyes. The eyelashes trembled slightly because of the shock, and the voice trembled even more. Cold Moon Jungle. This is the field area with the highest level of monsters near Dongling City. Generally speaking, only professionals will go there to complete the task of changing jobs after they reach the standard for changing jobs. At this moment, Ji Yu Xueqin suddenly recalled that before the transfer temple, one of Wang Fei's henchmen mocked Su Yang. Laughing at me to death, and pretending to come to the temple to change jobs. Let me ask you, is there a guild that invites you to join? Or do you want to change jobs after reaching the full level? In an instant, a crazy idea flashed in Ji Yu Xueqin's mind. Could it be Su Yang? It's really full, going to perform job transfer tasks. If so, Ji Yu Xueqin felt that she was about to have difficulty breathing. Originally, she thought that Su Yang might have some kind of background that allowed him to rise to level 10 in a short time. However, if it's level 20, within half a day, it's beyond her cognition. That handsome guy is Xueqin, your classmate. In that case, he changed jobs with you, right? What career did he change jobs into? It was strange for Ji Yu Xueqin. Xu Yan didn't notice it at all. Her gaze is now on Su Yang. Because of the bad head brought by Lin Yuyu, the president of the guild. The entire Yu guild is a bit of a nympho. Xu Yan was already one of the few normal people in the guild. Yes, he changed his job with me, the one who changed his job as a soldier. Just fighters. Well, ordinary fighters. That's weird. What did he go to Lengyu Jungle for? Xu Yan was a little curious, but also a little confused. Logically speaking, if he changed jobs with Ji Yu Xueqin, you should be still brushing monsters and upgrading in the novice leveling area below level 3, right? What are you going to do in Lengyu Jungle? To send warmth to the monsters there. Thinking of this, Xu Yan suddenly threw an identification technique at Su Yang. The other party has closed personal information, and the identification technique is invalid. Good guy. The little handsome guy pays attention to personal privacy. Generally speaking, few people close the information panel. After all, where the strength lies, one can't wait to be known. If the personal panel is closed, only high-level job changers can use high-level whole vision to forcibly watch it. It's a pity that Xu Yan hasn't reached that level yet. She had just completed the third round, and she hadn't had time to learn whole vision. At this moment, The broadcast in the transmission center suddenly sounded. Everyone, please pay attention. The teleportation array heading to Tianling City has been temporarily repaired. In order to avoid space fluctuations that may still occur in the future, please hurry up and send. After hearing the broadcast, Xu Yan once again complained about the backwardness of Dongling City. What the hell, it's still a temporary repair. Forget it, no matter what this handsome guy is doing in Lengyu Forest, he probably has something else to do, let's go first. Obviously, even Xu Yan, no one expected that Su Yong would go to the Lengyu Forest for a job change task. Because this is too outrageous, very contrary to common sense. Ji Yu Xuechen took one last look at Su Yong. His expression was a little complicated and a little worried. But at this time Su Yang's figure had already disappeared into the teleportation array. She had no choice but to follow Xu Yan to the teleportation array in Tianling City. Tianling City, Spirit Hunting Building. This is the location of the A-level guild Lingshou. At this time, in the president's office, Lei Shan and the 3 vice presidents. They are gnashing their teeth to settle the loss of the group this time. First, there is the level loss. The level loss of the main guild group. It will take about a week or so to get it back. This is the benefit of the guild, teaming up together, killing monsters collectively, and the efficiency is very high. If it is a single player, if you drop a level 10 in the 90s, it will take at least several months to get back. However, the level loss is only the most insignificant loss. The real loss is the drop of various equipment and props. Zhao Ming, I took a look just now. Now the auction houses in the entire Longxia Kingdom are selling Call of the Storm. 500 million reserve price. Lei Shan took a deep breath, but couldn't help but swear. In the auction house, the reserve price of 500 million and the transaction price are very likely to soar to 1 billion. You know, there are quite a few professional archers at the diamond level in Longxia Kingdom. The Call of the Storm is extremely terrifying to the archer's combat power, and it is a hot item. It is already thankful to be able to win 1 billion. However, 1 billion, even for Lingshou, who is an A-level guild, is a lot of money. You can't blame me. Zhao Ming wants to cry but has no tears. It was originally before writing the book. Lei Shan vowed. It is said that there is a strategy in hand, killing randomly. In the end, he didn't know why the secret boss was crazy. Actually, they didn't follow the guideline at all, and if the progress was less than 1/5, they gave them a group kill. I know it's not your fault. The corner of Lei Shan's mouth twitched. The guild still has some money, don't worry, I will definitely buy it for you. Say, stand up. A trace of anger flashed in his eyes. You guys go to deal with the compensation of the rest of the members first, and I'll go to the Tianji Pavilion. Treat me like a fool. Tianji Pavilion. After sales service room, beside Lei Shan, sat a very burly and strong man. The strong man's name is Zhou Tai, rank 5, level 110, violent blood warrior. One of the main members of the S-level guild, Secret Quest, under Tianji Pavilion. Because the main products sold by Tianji Pavilion are information guides for various dungeon secret realms. And this information can only be summarized after customs clearance in person. Naturally, Tianji Pavilion has trained its own customs clearance team in each city. The Black Dragon Fortress strategy back then was exchanged by Lei Shan from Zhou Tai through Shuemi Jia. A few minutes ago, Zhou Tai had already heard from Lei Shan that Lingshou was wiped out in the secret realm of Black Dragon Fortress. I saw his brows were tightly frowned, and his scarred face was full of doubts. Impossible. Black Dragon Fortress, this secret realm, we have cleared it at least 5 times. After 5 customs clearances, this strategy was compiled. It can be said that there is absolutely no problem. Are you sure? Follow our strategy step by step. If the person in front of him is not Zhou Tai, Lei Shan would definitely explode and beat him up. But the other party is not only a rank 5 leader, but also one of the managers of Tianji Pavilion in Tianling City. In this way, even though he has already suffered a great loss, Lei Shan can only grit his teeth and say, Zhou Tongguan, I really didn't lie to you. I'm clearly advancing step by step according to your strategy. But the behavior pattern of the Black Dragon boss is quite different from your description in the strategy. Otherwise, am I going to blackmail you at the cost of my entire guild's main force being wiped out once? Hearing this, Zhou Tai frowned even tighter. Lei Shan had already shown him the log of the spirit hunting group's destruction. The latest death record was indeed in the Black Dragon Fortress. So it's weird. That strategy is clearly no problem. After thinking for a while, Zhou Tai said in a deep voice. Our Tianji Pavilion has always attached great importance to integrity and will never sell any wrong information. Well, I'll find some time and let the secret quest group go to push Black Dragon Fortress again. If it is true as you said, if there is an error in the strategy, all the losses of your Ling Shou will be borne by our Tianji Pavilion. If the strategy is correct, it can only show that President Lei and you made a mistake in one step, and it has nothing to do with our Tianji Pavilion. Is it possible to deal with this? How to deal with Zhou Tai? Lei Shan was quite satisfied. It can only be said that Tianji Pavilion is Tianji Pavilion after all. In terms of after-sales service, it is still guaranteed. Since Tongguan Zhou said so, I'll wait for your news. Well, at that time, I will also retrieve the log of the customs clearance secret realm as proof. President Lei, don't worry. After Lei Shan left, a thoughtful look appeared on Zhou Tai's face. It stands to reason that the secret realms below the Xingyao level are almost all repeatable secret realms. Among them, both the distribution of monsters and the behavior mechanism of bosses are almost fixed. In short, as long as you follow the strategy, it is almost impossible to go wrong. Only dungeons of Xingyao rank and above secret realms are true secret realm. The boss may even have a mind of its own. This Black Dragon Fortress is clearly a diamond-level secret realm. Impossible, the Black Dragon boss among them, inexplicably gave birth to sanity. Forget it, I can't figure it out, so I just don't think about it for the time being. Zhou Tai clicked on the communication panel. A message was sent to everyone in the quest group. The strategy information of the secret boss is the golden signboard of Tianji Pavilion. There has always been zero tolerance for mistakes in the strategy, and it must be corrected as quickly as possible. After a few minutes, Exploration Group, everyone replied. Most of the members are free, and a small number of them cannot be released within today. As a result, Zhou Tai decided to go to attack Black Dragon Fortress again tomorrow. One day is still within the allowable range of the revision. Dongling City, dozens of kilometers away. Cold Moon Forest, teleportation point. With a burst of space fluctuations flashed. Several figures appeared in front of the teleportation array. Among them, Su Yang's figure stands out. This time, there were 4 people sent with him. Unsurprisingly, they should all come here to complete the job transfer task. Since the job transfer task is a personal limited task after all, it is impossible to form a team or cooperate. So after the teleportation ends, there was no communication between the few people. Instead, they each chose a direction and entered the Lengyu forest. Su Yang chose the southeast direction, because on the map given by the job-changing statue, the boss Kanglang King of Lengyu Forest is located in a cave in the southeast direction. Notice, the average level of monsters ahead is level 15. Directly ignored the warning sign. Su Yang carried the flaming sword and walked towards the depths of the Lengyu Forest. Deep in the Cold Moon Forest, Shua, a lightning-like figure passed by. Hit on Su Yang's body, but did not cause any damage. On the contrary, it was the attacker who was knocked back by a looming light curtain around Su Yang. Silver rank disposable scroll charging barrier. After use, it can condense a charging barrier around the body that can resist 50,000 points of damage in total. Generally speaking, the life value of a professional is about 10 times that of the strength attribute. According to the difference in personal physique and occupation, this multiple will fluctuate up and down. For example, Su Yang's strength attribute at this time is 442 points. As a warrior professional, the base multiplier of blood volume is 15 times. Coupled with Su Yang's better physique, the multiple increased to 17 times. In this way, Su Yang's HP reached an exaggerated full 7,514 points. Even so, this silver-ranked scroll still provides a shield comparable to 7 blood. You can say it this way. Su Yang stood still. Let the monsters of this Cold Moon jungle attack. They all have to be scraped and scraped for a long time. It is possible to break this charging shield. As for why you asked Su Yang to use this scroll, asking is lazy. Asking is embarrassing. With Su Yang's current spiritual attributes as high as 210 points, it is enough to easily see through the trajectory of these monsters, so as to avoid them in advance. But why bother? Curry still has more than a dozen scrolls of this kind of charging barrier in his personal warehouse. Raising the huge flaming sword in his hand, he instantly killed the wolf in front of him, who was stunned by the charging barrier. Ding! Kill a level 20 gray wolf. Gain experience plus 211, current experience overflow, 431,000. Progress of job transfer tasks. Normal Kanglang 15 100ths, Elite Violent Wolf 0 10ths, Boss Kanglang King 0/1. Half an hour later. It's not very good. It feels a bit slow. In the Lengyu jungle, Su Yang turned on the unparalleled mowing mode. However, due to the sparse distribution of monsters, it will take a lot of time to kill them one by one. If I remember correctly, there seems to be a monster-absorbing prop among the items dropped last time. Su Yang began to search in his personal space. After a while, I found what I wanted from it. Monster Attraction Stone. The props dropped from low-level bosses can attract ordinary and elite monsters in a wide range. Not bad. With the help of this strange stone, the efficiency of completing job transfer tasks will be much higher. After the strange stone is placed, it will take effect immediately. Only 5 minutes passed. All I heard was the sound of trampling in the bushes. Immediately afterwards, 10 level 20 gray wolves slowly emerged from the bushes. The cold wolf pupils looked at the strange stone, full of excitement and longing, obviously lost their minds. It works well. Su Yang showed a mild smile. Raising the huge flaming sword in his hand, he fell directly towards the 10 wolves. Ding! You killed a level 20 gray wolf. Experience plus 212, current experience overflow, 431,000. Ding! You killed a level 19 wolf. Experience plus 194, current experience overflow, 431,000. With the continuous effect of attracting strange stones, a large number of monsters are all attracted. From the first dozen of them, to dozens of them later, even hundreds of them. You can say it this way. Su Yang, on his own. It directly triggered a beast tide in the cold moon forest. Facing the increasingly violent beast tide, the excitement in Su Yang's eyes became more and more intense. Since my next job change will be a magic warrior, so now, let him experience the thrill of skill bombing. Immediately, take out a bottle of mid-level spirit potion from your personal space. Spirit attribute, within 2 hours, increased by 150 points. After taking it, Su Yang's spiritual attribute directly broke through the 300 mark, reaching a terrifying 360 points. It fully meets the mental power usage requirements of multiple skill scrolls. One-time skill scroll special grade Baptism of Fire. Freed, with a surge of magic power. A large amount of fire elements condensed. Breakout. For those monster waves that gathered, came an unforgettable baptism of fire. In an instant, a steady stream of information prompts sounded. Ding! You killed Elite Violent Wolf, gained experience plus 1232. Ding! You killed the Elite Julebeer and gained experience plus 1543. Ding! You killed the Common Fanged Boar, gained experience plus 112. Swish swish swish. With the outbreak of flame baptism, the hundreds of monsters around were all instantly melted. A lot of experience poured into Su Yang's body, but after experiencing the sea of experience from the last group destroying the spirit hunting guild, with such a little experience, there must not be much feeling. A whole wave down, because the experience is still overflowing. So still only 40% remained. Currently, Su Yang's reserve experience value is 446,000 points. Compared with before, it is about 15,000 points higher. At the same time, killed 52 common blue wolves and 6 elite violent wolves. Almost as long as there are 1 or 2 more waves, they are ready to set off to kill the boss Kanglang King. The effect of monster absorbing stone is still going on. Su Yang continued to sit on the sidelines, waiting for the tide of beasts to come to harvest. When Su Yang was mowing the grass, in the rest of the cold moon forest, A large number of professionals are all confused at this time. They were well prepared to come here, hunting monsters for the task of job change. In the end, he suddenly found out that after wandering through half of the Lengyu jungle, he couldn't even see a monster. What's the situation? Usually there are quite a lot of monsters here. Why haven't I seen one for a long time this time? Yeah, I've been here for 2 kilometers, and I haven't seen a single monster. People are so stupid. I still want to complete the 1-star job transfer task one day. I managed to meet a monster just now, but it didn't even look at me and ran in one direction. The monsters here are very aggressive, and they can run away after meeting people. Who can explain it to me? I see. Just when everyone was dumbfounded, one of them suddenly had a flash of inspiration. Someone must have used the lure stone. All the monsters have been attracted to him. Otherwise, there is no way to explain why all the monsters here are gone. A strange stone. After everyone reacted, unhappy again and again, cursed. All go. So wicked. Good boy, brothers, go meet him. It's really shameless to eat alone. Teach him a lesson in the past. Using monster attracting stones in this kind of wild area is just not giving face to brothers and sisters. That is, when he is the only one who wants to change jobs. Go, let's all go and see who the hell is. Everyone gathered together, because a monster has not been killed for a long time. Unable to complete the job transfer task, they approached aggressively towards the direction where the monsters gathered. They planned to, after going there, first rely on the strength of the number of people, and reason with the guy who used the strange stone. If that guy understands the truth and let the monster out for them to kill together, that's okay. If he doesn't know how to behave, then they will have to teach him a lesson. Soon, everyone followed the monster's footprints on the ground and gradually approached. When these monster footprints changed from scattered to piles, they know it should be here soon. But at this moment, suddenly, not far away, an extremely strong tide of spells erupted directly. Immediately afterwards, flames shot up into the sky. The violent fire element directly made the air a little scorching hot. This moment, the sky was filled with flames. It reflected the original aggressiveness. But at this time, everyone was completely dumbfounded. Spell fluctuations of this degree. This thing has to be a 3rd-rank Fae to be able to get it out. After realizing this fact, the expressions on everyone's faces suddenly became brilliant. Those who clamored before, want to go over and teach the other party a lesson. Now he just pretended not to see anything, whistled and slipped back. Brothers, what? I remember that there seems to be something wrong at home today, so I might as well wait until next time before changing jobs. Shameless, shameless. The hearts of the people have contempt. At this time, another burst of extremely strong elemental explosions came. It was the extremely violent fire element just now. This time it is the wind element that is still violent. Swish, swish, swish. People even saw it from afar. Even the forest over there was cut into pieces by the wind blade. This big guy, why does it feel like it's a bit heavy to start with? This is to blow up the Lengyu jungle directly. Then, just now, I despised that person who took the lead in running away, such a cowardly group. Now, they simply ran away without a trace. Joke. The power of this terrifying skill. That's definitely the magic master with 3 turns up. Although I don't know why he came to Lengyu jungle. I don't know why hunting so many low-level wild monsters. But the problem is, people have strength. If you have the strength, then you are the master. Whatever you do, it's right. Otherwise, if you have the ability, you can go to someone else to make a theory. This is not the city. There is no such comprehensive protection mechanism. After messing with a 3rd-rank magistrate, they probably won't even have ashes left. Deep in the cold moon jungle. No, it shouldn't be called that. Just now Su Yong threw down a few skill scrolls. Directly raised the place that was originally a dense jungle to the ground. Where is this jungle? It directly became a basin. Cough, cough, cough. It seems that the attack is too heavy. But there is no way. The skill scrolls dropped by those guys are at least gold rank. I'm not even willing to use the platinum level. Glancing at the task panel. Progress of job transfer tasks. Normal Grey Wolf 100 100ths, Elite Violent Wolf 10/10ths, Boss Blue Wolf King 0/1. Okay, now the miscellaneous soldiers have been cleared. All that's left is to kill that boss. The 5-star job transfer task. Well, it's quite simple. Cold Moon Cave. It is located about 30 kilometers southeast of Lengyu Jungle. The boss Kanglang King of Lengyu Jungle lives in this cave. At this time, behind a huge rock 100 meters away from the cave, 3 figures, while looking towards the cave from time to time, whispered to each other. The Wolf King is extremely powerful, we must cooperate well later. Otherwise, if it is destroyed by it, half a month of leveling will be in vain, understand? The first person to speak was Zhong Lai, a fat man. He is the captain of the 3-person team, the strongest, and a level 22 mage who has completed the first turn. A few months ago, when he was leveling monsters in the Cold Moon Forest, I strayed into a cave and obtained a blueprint for forging a weapon. The forging blueprint recorded the materials required for a silver-ranked staff. One of them is the Wolf King crystal core dropped after killing the Wolf King. Therefore, he worked hard to complete the job transfer task, successfully promoted to 1 job, and trained to level 22. Zhong Lai teamed up with his 2 brothers to try to kill the Kanglang King to see if he could get the forging materials. That is a silver rank weapon. It's enough for him to use it to level 40. I have been greedy for several months, once I succeed, I will get rich directly. Don't worry, brother Zhong. You bought me a primary strength potion, and I should be able to carry it longer by then. The person who spoke was named Li San. He looks big and thick, and looks a little naive. As one of Zhong Lai's younger brothers, he is a level 21 shield warrior with a first turn, also known as a blood bull. Hey, I just completed a turn, I haven't tried the new skill yet, I don't know if it's strong or not. At that time, Li San, you will carry it in the front, and brother Zhong and I will output it in the back. It shouldn't be a big problem. This is Zhao Wu, another younger brother of Zhong Lai. It's the same turn, and it's a level 21 jungle archer. Only 3 first-rank professionals dared to form a team to fight this level 20 Wolf King. From this we can see how powerful this boss-level Kanglang King is. Hey, brother Zhong, did you hear anything? Zhao Wu suddenly turned his ear and asked curiously. His eyes were on the Cold Moon Forest in the northwest direction. He made his career as an archer. His senses are sharper than those of Zhong Lai and Li San. I seemed to hear some movement just now, but it was too far away to hear clearly. Sound, how the hell do I have time to care about this? Zhong Lai rolled his eyes. His mind is now on the Kanglang King. Besides, even if there was a voice, what did it have to do with him? ... Half an hour later, the mental construction is almost done. Zhong Lai decided to start fighting the boss. He patted Li San on the shoulder. With a full face, he said earnestly, Xiao Lizzie, brother has come to use you. Hurry up, drink the primary strength potion, and wait at the entrance of the cave. Later, I will throw 2 fireballs towards the entrance of the cave to lure the Wolf King out, and you can just run while drawing hatred. Yeah, alright brother Zhong. The silly Li San didn't have the slightest opinion. After taking out the primary strength potion from the backpack, he drank it all in 1 gulp. Throwing away the potion bottle, wiping the remaining potion at the corner of his mouth, he was about to rush out. Hey, wait. Zhao Wu suddenly grabbed Li San and shouted in a low voice. Then he quickly stretched out his other hand and pointed not far away. Seeing this, Zhong Lai and Li San looked in the direction Zhao Wu was pointing at. I saw a handsome boy. He was humming a ditty, with a big sword on his shoulder. Slowly walked towards Lengyu Cave, as if not aware of the danger at all. What's the situation? Zhong Lai's eyelids twitched. To steal goods. To know. Field bosses are quite rare resources. After being killed, it takes a certain amount of time to refresh. This time, the Kanglang King, but he had been squatting for a long time before he finally met. Wrong. Zhong Lai rolled his eyes. This boy looks very young. If nothing else, it should be a student. Since he is a student, he must not be a senior professional. Although I don't know why he appeared here, but there is probably only one end. That is to be swallowed by the Wolf King as a snack. Brother Zhong, should we remind that little classmate? It seems that he is much younger than us. I'm afraid he has lost his way. When he encounters the Kanglang King, he will probably be in danger. The honest Li San said with some concern. Hearing this, Zhao Wu rolled his eyes. You're so dumb. This guy is just a bait for us, don't you want? Isn't it fair for us to do this? Li San seemed to be hesitant. He looked at Zhang Lai. I'm going to let my brother make up his mind. Cough cough cough. Zhang Lai coughed lightly. After winking at Zhao Wu, he said methodically. Look, little Lizzie, since this guy dares to come to Lengyu Forest, it means he must have some strength. Then what, is there a saying? People should not be judged by their appearance. Who knows how strong he is? Could it be that he is not strong because he is young? You can't be so arbitrary. We can wait and see. He looks like this, he must be trying to lure the Kanglang King out. If he can't beat the Kanglang King at that time, we will fight again, isn't it the same? Zhang Lai said so. Li San was really taken aback. He stretched out his hand and gave a thumbs up. As expected of a big brother, he is educated. Okay, look, there is movement in the cave. Zhao Wu was keenly aware of it. The Lengyu cave over there was trembling slightly. This is caused by giant objects walking in it. It means that the Kanglang King is very likely to be attracted by that ostentatious young man. Ding. Due to the death of a large number of wolf creatures in the Cold Moon Forest, the Wolf King was furious. In the Cold Moon Jungle area, the boss Kanglang King entered a state of rage, and all attributes increased by 30%. Zhang Lai, Zhao Wu, Li San. What's the situation? Why did the Kanglang King enter a state of rage? Just when the three of them were in a state of confusion. There was a loud roar. Came from the Cold Moon Cave. In a dark cave, scarlet eyes emerged. Among them, it is full of tyrannical killing intent. In the next second, the figure as huge as a baby elephant appeared. Slowly step out from the Cold Moon Cave. Awesome. It is the king of this area. Level 20 boss, Kanglang King. As a boss level monster, the Wolf King has an attribute panel that far surpasses that of ordinary monsters. Attributes, blood volume, skills. All are extremely exaggerated multiples. Not to mention, there is also the bonus of rage just obtained. Let its full attribute increase by 30% again. In this way, it just stands there. It exudes infinite coercion. Even if it's hundreds of meters away. The three of Zhang Lai felt a little out of breath. However, the three of them are first-time professionals after all. This sense of oppression can still be resisted. The first one to come back to his senses opened. His eyes fixed on every move of the Wolf King. Whispered to explain the next tactical arrangement. When the Kanglang King attacks that guy later, Zhao Wu and I will attack together. Once that guy is killed by the Kanglang King, Xiao Li, you go straight up. We have to fight fast. In the middle of the conversation, Zhang Lai's words stuck in his throat. The whole person froze in place, as if turned into a statue. This petrified state lasted only for a moment, and was replaced by endless horror and shock. From his point of view, when the Wolf King appeared, that handsome young man seemed to have not seen it. He continued to carry the special-shaped sword and walked towards the Kanglang King. Then, lift the sword, chopped a knife. The Wolf King is dead. It's just such a leisurely walk. That's it, calm and breezy. Even the ditty that the boy was humming didn't stop. The overlord of this area. Boss-level Wolf King. Just dead. Zhang Lai felt like he was dreaming. A direct slap on the face. It hurts a bit, didn't dream. It's not a dream. Gollum. Zhang Lai's throat rolled. Watching the young man skillfully pick off the spoils from the body of the Wolf King, he walked away. Without even looking in their direction. This is the boss-level Kanglang King. What kind of strength is this? Only then can it be done in a single blow. Second turn, or even 3 turns. Zhang Lai felt that he was stupid. He clearly looks like a student. It turned out to be a hidden 3-rank boss. So far so good. Almost offended a 3rd-rank boss. Think so. He directly raised his hand and poured a scoop on Zhao Wu's head. I almost killed you just now. Look at what's going on with the boss, his mother's one-shot boss. The bait. It means that the boss didn't take us seriously, otherwise he would give us a knife and return to level 20 directly. The head was opened. Zhao Wu also didn't respond at all. Because his legs are shaking now. Obviously, he hasn't recovered from the contrast between the Kanglang King's domineering appearance and then being killed in a single blow. Brother Zhang, what do you do with your materials? Lee San asked naively. What else can I do? Cold scrambled eggs. Hum hum. Sunny. Su Yong is also in a bright mood. Before fighting the boss Kanglang King, he even drank a few bottles of attribute potions. Originally, I wanted to use the Kanglang King to practice my fighting ability. I didn't expect it to be killed in seconds without a hit. Certainly, it shouldn't be that the Wolf King is too weak. But the current self is too strong. Not only is it equipped with a platinum-level weapon, several attribute medicines are still in effect on the body. Sometimes it's too overwhelming. It's not always much fun. It can be regarded as a small regret. Go back to the teleportation point. Su Yong teleported back directly to Dongling City. Then from the transfer center, go straight to the career transfer temple. Transfer temple. After Su Yong stepped into the job-changing temple, the lady from the temple who entertained him at the beginning greeted him immediately. However, the way she looked at Su Yong became even more admiring and shocking. If she remembers correctly, what Su Yong accepted was a 4-star job transfer task. And it was just picked up this morning. How many hours have passed? It was completed directly. This kind of terrifying strength. Even though she has worked in the transfer temple in Dongling City for several years, she has never seen it. When taking Su Yong to the statue of the job-changing god, Miss Shendian wanted to ask Su Yong for a contact information several times. But until the end, I still didn't dare to speak. Because she felt a little unworthy. Watch Su Yong enter the background of the room. Miss Shendian was a little absent-minded for a while. He's so handsome, yet so strong. I don't know how good a girl must be to be worthy of him. Before the job change statue, Su Yong directly submitted the job change task. Professional transfer task testing. Kill normal wolf 100/100ths, elite violent wolf 10/10ths, boss wolf king 1/1. The test is completed, the job transfer task is passed. Pass the transfer task. In the statue of the transfer god shrouded in endless chaos, it exudes a little star-like light, entering Su Yang's body. The idol is helping Su Yong complete a turn. The special class transfer branch, Magic Warrior, the job transfer was successful. Magic warriors can use various spell-type skills just like mages. The spell output that makes up for the vacancy of the warrior class directly became a bilateral fighter. At the same time, it also comes with a magic warrior's exclusive skill, Epic Level Magic Blade. Epic Level Magic Blade use magic power to condense the weapon, causing full magic damage. The damage of condensed weapons increases with the improvement of strength and spirit attributes. After reading the skill introduction, Su Yang's eyes lit up, quite pleasantly surprised. Is it still a growth skill? Use magic to condense into a weapon. Just thinking about it feels cool enough, Don't look at the fire greatsword now, I won't be able to use other weapons for the time being. But according to Su Yang's upgrade speed, it is estimated that it will not take long to surpass the platinum level. When the time comes, fire greatsword will definitely be eliminated. But this sustainable growing magic blade will not be eliminated. The most important thing is, weapons and equipment are all physical. And the weapon transformed by magic blade is intangible. It is not even limited by the shape, you can do whatever you want, and it is hard to guard against. Immediately, Su Yong tried to use the magic blade skill. Raise your hand, as the magic power in your body gathers. Magic blade condensed into the appearance of a flying dagger. Controlled by the mind, such as commanding the arm, flying and cutting in the air, very easy to use. Put away the magic blade contentedly. Su Yong looked at his panel. Occupation: 1-turn demon warrior. Attributes: Strength 451, basic attribute 112 plus equipment bonus 339. Speed 78, basic attribute 60 plus equipment bonus 18. Spirit 234, basic attribute 60 plus equipment bonus 174. Normal warrior's roar within 5 minutes, increase strength attribute by 5%. Normal warrior rush launch a shock attack, causing physical damage of 30% of strength attribute plus 30% of speed attribute. Epic magic blade use magic power to condense the weapon, causing full magic damage. The damage of condensed weapons increases with the improvement of strength and spirit attributes. Scary panel. Among them, the most important equipment bonus comes from Fire Great Sword. It alone has a weapon that adds 320 points of strength and 150 points of spiritual attributes. The rest of the bonuses are all the equipment that Su Yong exploded when he was nuclearizing the Cold Moon Forest. Those gold level, platinum level, and diamond level equipment in the personal space have not yet been worn, so they have to use them to make up the number first. However, the transfer is not over yet. And the most important thing. Life is sublimated. I saw the statue of the job-changing god shrouded in chaos. A little bit of brilliance was emitted again. At the end of one turn, you will get the highest level of life sublimation, and your basic attributes will increase by 25%. The voice fell. Those gods are shining. On Su Yang's wrist, an orange halo slowly formed. This is a sign of a successful job change. It symbolizes the rank of job change. After completing the 1-star job change, the aura is white, and the attribute bonus is 2%. After completing the 2-star job change, the aura is green, and the attribute bonus is 4%. After completing the 3-star job transfer, the aura is blue and the attribute bonus is 6%. After completing the 4-star job transfer, this halo is purple, and the attribute bonus is 10%. Only after completing the 5-star job transfer, the color of this halo is orange, and the attribute bonus has reached an exaggerated 25%. Complete job transfer tasks of different difficulty. There is also a huge difference in the qualitative change after the job change. Most professionals. There are 3 types of job transfer auras: white, green, and blue. There are very few people who can have a purple career transfer ring. As for orange, it is even rarer. Just this one. Also slightly different. Other strong players have orange job transfer rings. It is because they have the strength to complete the 5-star difficulty. And Su Yong, it's because the 5-star difficulty is already the upper limit. There is an essential difference between the two. The first turn is over, the upper limit of the open level is 40. It is detected that the experience overflows by 446,000 points, and the level is raised to 34. Cool. Just opened the level cap. It directly soared to level 34 again. This is the benefit of experience reserves. Although there are losses, I can't bear the thrill of soaring after just changing jobs. At the time of 0 turn, every time you increase a level, you will get 10 free attribute points. After 1 transfer, every time the job transfer level is increased by 1 level, the free attribute points will be increased by 1 point. This means that, as a 5-star job change, Su Yong can add 15 free attributes for every level up. Compared with ordinary people, each level has a full 5 free attribute points higher. If it is 1 star, 1 turn, you can only get 140 attributes when you upgrade to level 34. And Su Yong, as a 5-star 1 turn, got 210 attributes. A full 1.5 times higher. It's so cool. I will definitely complete the 5-star difficulty transfer when I turn 2. The different levels of job transfers in each turn will open up a huge distance. If each turn is the highest level, how terrifying it will be. Su Yong yearned for a little bit, but soon came back to his senses and started the distribution of attribute points. As a magic warrior, both strength and spirit are cultivated. Add 90 points to each, and then add 30 points to the speed point. After the allocation is complete, add the 25% basic attribute bonus provided by the highest level of life sublimation. At present, Su Yang's panel has reached a quite terrifying level. Attributes: Strength, 569, basic attribute 230 plus equipment bonus 339. Speed, 123, basic attribute 105 plus equipment bonus 18. Spirit, 339, basic attribute 165 plus equipment bonus 174. Such a panel. If Su Yong releases personal information, it will definitely surprise countless people. Because this year's transfer ceremony, it just opened this morning. Less than a day has passed. Completed the 5-star job transfer task directly. Soared to level 34. Not to mention, it is still the most superb attribute in a turn. Cool. It's really cool. Transfer completed. Su Yong left the room. Outside the room, the waiting lady of the temple. After seeing Su Yong coming out, His eyes lit up, and he immediately said enthusiastically, "Congratulations, you have completed the 4-star job transfer." While speaking, his eyes fell on Su Yang's wrist inadvertently. However, what she saw was not the expected purple halo of job change, but, when the orange aura of job change. The pupils of Miss Shrine shrank suddenly. While Cherry opened her mouth slightly, her eyes were full of shock and disbelief. Just like that, her whole body seemed to be down, and she just petrified in place. The shock in my heart is like an earthquake and tsunami, it is difficult to express in words. This is the most advanced 5-star job transfer. Did I read it wrong? Take another look. Still an orange aura of job change. She read it right. This moment, Miss Shendian was completely overwhelmed. She was still guessing before. Su Yang's status must be very distinguished. There are definitely high-level job changers with upgrades. Therefore, he can quickly rise to level 20 and accept job transfer tasks. And, she also thinks, Su Yang, who can receive such treatment, must be very strong himself. Therefore, it is very possible that he received a very difficult 4-star job transfer task. But now, the facts were before her eyes. That orange halo that symbolizes the strongest job change. Let her understand that how strong some people are is beyond what you can imagine. Su Yang is so young, so handsome, and his strength is beyond imagination. 5-star transfer. She has worked in the temple for so long. I have never seen any professional who successfully passed the 5-star job change. What's wrong? What's the problem? Seeing the shocking appearance of Miss Shendian, a bright smile appeared on Su Yang's face. No problem. Miss Gui quickly looked away. At this time, she has completely given up the idea of developing a relationship with Su Yang. The reason is simple. She knows that she is not worthy. There are regulations in the career transfer temple. Any professional who has completed a 5-star job change, they will all become honored guests of the professional transfer temple. The priests of the temple will specially come to receive them. Please wait patiently for a while. Your job transfer results should have been sent to the temple priest by the job transfer idol. Anyone who has completed the 5-star job transfer will be recorded by the job transfer statue. From now on, you will be a distinguished guest of the temple of the job transfer. No matter which city you go to, you will be received by the priests of the temple and enjoy VIP treatment. Temple priest, VIP treatment. Su Yang's heart skipped a beat. If we say that the top forces in the world are the top guilds at the SSS level, such as Ring of the Law God, Night Temple, Shadow Hunting, X-Alliance, and so on, then, there is another force. It is an absolutely transcendent identity. Above all forces, that is Temple of Job Transfer. Since the game came to reality, the era of job change began. The job-changing god statues that landed around the world will select some people to become temple priests. As a result, job-changing temples have been built one after another, all over the world, providing various services such as job-changing and membership for every job-changing person. However, because the professional change temple has always been absolutely neutral, it never interferes in any disputes between job changers. Therefore, the job changers naturally did not treat it as a certain force. But even so, absolutely no one would dare to make trouble in the job transfer temple. Because, even if it is the strongest in the SSS level guild, if you want to perform a higher level job transfer, you need to do it in the temple. Just as Su Yang was thinking, there was a sound of light footsteps. I saw a woman in a light golden priest's dress. He was walking slowly towards this side. Pale golden priest dress. It can't hide its tall and outstanding figure. It even faintly gave her beautiful face a little sacred aura. The person who came was referring to the priest of the temple that the young lady was talking about. Come to Su Yang. She screened off the guide lady first. Then he faced Su Yang and introduced himself with a smile. Hello, my name is Bai Ling. Currently serving as the priest of the job-changing temple in Dongling City. Ah, hello. Su Yang responded accordingly. Unexpectedly, this goddess-level temple priest looked noble and sacred. But getting along is also quite approachable, without any pretensions. It's not convenient to talk in the hall of the temple. Please relax, I will take you to the VIP room for a detailed discussion. Can. See Su Yang agreed. Bai Ling stretched out his hand gently. I saw a magic circle built in the air. In the next second, white light flashed in front of his eyes. The two came from the hall of the temple to the VIP reception room of the temple. Teleport instantly. Su Yang's heart moved slightly. No wonder everyone said that the strength of the professional transfer temple is unimaginable. This is only the temple priest of Dongling City, a third-tier city. To be able to master such high-level skills, it seems to be aware of Su Yang's gaze. Bai Ling smiled lightly. I'm not that strong. It's just that in the temple, you can borrow the power of the statue. On the contrary, you are more surprising. According to the current records, there has never been a 5-star job changer in Dongling City. Even in Tianling City, the latest record of successfully completing a 5-star job transfer task was 10 years ago. There has never been a 5-star job changer in Dongling City. A higher level of Tianling City, only one in the past 10 years. This was somewhat beyond Su Yang's expectation. The gold content of my 5-star job transfer is so high. Just as Su Yang was in a trance, Bai Ling continued. According to the regulations of the job transfer temple, professionals who have completed the one-stage 5-star job transfer can enjoy the following treatment. First, the corresponding national currency subsidy of 10 million per month. Second, you can enjoy a 20% discount on shopping with the Black Gold Identity Certification of the X Alliance. Third, the right to join A-level guilds. Among them, the first and second treatment will continue until the next job change. If the 5-star job transfer can still be completed, then the benefits will continue to take effect and will be raised to a higher level. If it fails, then the VIP treatment of the temple will be withdrawn. Article 3, take effect once. You can now choose an A-level guild within Tianling City to join. The temple VIP treatment is so good. Not to mention the monthly allowance of 10 million. Just the black gold status of the X Alliance. 20% off shopping. For example, if you buy something worth 10 million yuan, it will be 2 million yuan cheaper. If you buy 100 million, it will be 20 million cheaper. Compared to a monthly allowance of 10 million. Literally drizzle. As for the right to join an A-level guild, this is nothing to Su Yang. After all, he can develop rapidly by himself. But for other lone wolf professionals, it is definitely a great help. All kinds of buff halos and various resources of A-level guilds. All are the dreams of countless people. Have to say, job transfer temple, awesome. The subsidy and black gold identity authentication. The job-changing idol has been automatically connected to your identity ID, no need to do it yourself. Next, you can choose an A-level guild to join. Tianling City currently has 2 A-level guilds, Lingshou and Yuyun. Spirit hunting. After hearing the name, Su Yang's gaze became a little strange. This is not that unlucky guild that exploded in resources after being wiped out by its own group. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.